ready, set, go. Like a Lambo on the road, got my VeVe stash, all the gems they glow. VeVe crew, we never lose. Collectors at heart, we break the news. PE on informant, catch the vibe. In the V-verse, where we thrive. Snap it in AR, see it come alive. Animated statues, dreams realized. Blackpink, YG, iconic, we rise. Living in the future, see the stars align. When the drops hit, they like where my VeVe at. Animated statues, Marvel got the cues. Lambo, Flex, and YG brands too. Oh, Disney magic in the act, talking hype cast. Collectors at heart, got my VeVe stash. VE going live, on informant dive. VE metaverse coming, we be VVI.
Good morning. I feel like I've forgotten how to stream. It's been so many days, but we've got a long week. Interesting enough, I'm kind of a little upset. It looks like we're doing Stanley today. Looks like we're doing this right now because this is also coming out. Now, these, of course, are all stuff promo codes, or you had to buy the jackets or hoodies. But I noticed this right before I was going live. And when I went on my tablet, they changed the time here. And now is at 12 Pacific time, so to my time, because I went to the tablet to go join the wait list. So I don't know if anyone else thought that, but luckily I have the receipts and went back and found the Twitter post by them and the original post, even as soon as yesterday, still showing 8 a.m. Pacific time. Big difference. So now I don't know what I'm going to do. But we can cover I guess we can cover the Stanley stuff, talk about Bitforex and a few others. I don't know if I'm going to come back on later for the comic because I'm a little upset. But of course, we got all the big stuff coming tomorrow. I hope everyone's doing well. Look, mistakes happen, but that's got to be fixed. We've got to be alerted if these things, major changes like that, especially for content creators. It'd be nice if they had maybe a way to contact us and let us know that something major has changed. But it's good to see everyone. Let's see who is in the house. We got Mustus Pustus. I like this comic, but the current comic market can't handle FA Wolverine so bad. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad point, especially if you're just doing this for value. And flipping, which we know a lot of people are, makes complete sense. Christopher, good to see you. Hope you are doing well. I did put the poll up. We got Doctor in the house. Hope you are doing well, Dr. Strange. Good to have you here. Hope things are doing really well on your end, and you're excited for SDCC. Of course, this is SDCC week. We got Double Cool in the house. Good to see you. Also, another content creator has a really nice blog. You should be checking both of them out, and you can see them on Twitter. So yeah, this is kind of strange. I mean, it's happened before where they've changed the times. There's not a problem. In fact, I thought it was really weird that they were doing the Stan Lee stuff, which of course you had to buy. If you remember, you had to buy one of the hoodies or jackets in order to get one of these. But it would be a good sniping day. In fact, I was probably going to snipe that instead of the comic. But now, like I said, the comic isn't even coming on until to my time. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. I wasn't expecting that. Hey, BE in chat, I redeemed Gold Stan Lee and Portrait on web app, but not showing my collectible on Apple iPhone app. Anyone else? Does anyone else have that same issue where they've redeemed it and not seen it? Not showing your collection on Apple. Did you update it? I noticed there was an update today, so maybe update your phone. That's probably the best thing you can do. Try that, see if that works. If it doesn't work, let me know, because then we'll let everyone else know that it's still not showing up. It could be just reset your phone or an update. So yes. Big A, good to see you, man. How are you doing? Hope you are doing well. I don't know if, I'll play my guest correspondent who's going to be here tomorrow. I don't think he's going to be here today. Most of you know who it is, but it's good to see you, Big A. Hope you're doing well. Bitcoin BMW, good morning. I was having a good day thinking I was going to be done after this stream because the comic is dropping late. And look who is here. My brother Mo knows, the better half of Skin and Bones. Hope you're doing well, man. We actually haven't talked I think in a couple weeks. So I hope you were doing well. I'm not trying to avoid him. It's crazy. My son's here full time, and it's different. It's different. It's a lot of work. And I've been much busy, but I hope you're doing well. And yes, I guess it's Grail for the Stanley, not for the comic. And I didn't even know this until this morning. This Ultraman Rising was a giveaway at the SDCC. So here you go. There's 555 of those. So those are going to be here in about 35 minutes. So yeah, this is kind of interesting because I wasn't prepared for all this. Anyways, we got Greedy One in the house. Hope you were doing okay. Thank you for dropping by. Wow. All right. So let me go ahead. What I'm gonna do is pull up my little intros, the teasers that I did for the SDCC correspondent, because I am gonna have live coverage. We were gonna do it today. I guess we technically could now since the one is gonna be very late. But we'll have to see. Let's see what Mo has to say. Life is life, brother. You know that final reset the sleep schedule today. Oh, like the one that you've been talking about forever. It's been reset. That's damn. You have been working on that for a while. Well, I hope you are doing well. It's been so weird because there's been no drops. I've been able to sleep in, which I really like, which is very nice. I forgot what that's like because it felt like, but this weekend, I think I still get to sleep in because the drops don't start until later. I don't normally do weekend drops, but SDCC and our special guest makes it important. Mr. V, good to see you. Hope you were doing well. I don't know if you knew the comic is not until, what is it? 12 Pacific time. So 2 Central. Let's see. Bitcoin Beam. How is your kid? I have a 60-month. Oh, wow. All right. Yeah. My kid is, he's doing well. He's almost 14. So he's at that age where he's getting mouthy, which is awesome. What's up, Mr. V? Greedy One. I've been stacking on VeVe. I don't even know how to secure the Stanley. So, okay. So on the Stanley, these you had to get there's a jacket. You go to this Multiverse clothing company. There you go. And then you buy either a hoodie. Oh, wait, these are different, but they have Stanley ones. And maybe they're sold out. But anyways, you go on this website and you buy the Stan Lee ones. And once you buy, one's 100, one's 150, and the Extreme Awesome only 250 edition jacket, and they're all numbered, that's 250. Or maybe there's only 100 of those. I don't remember. Either way, I don't have it. I did not. I actually wanted to get a hoodie to get one of these, but I'm like, you know what? I'll get one in the aftermarket. The thing that sucks is that I think you have to have bought the physical to have access to the next one. So here we go, Nike. But I actually believe that Stanley's estate and VeVe will pull this off. I hope so. Oh God. Ahoy, ahoy, Denny OC. Good to see you. I'm having a grand day. I actually DM'd Denny OC because I was so excited. Is it in here? Let's see if it's in here. Oh, it is. Look at this. Look at this. So if anyone doesn't know, Alexander Graham Bell originally wanted the greeting on the phone to be ahoy, ahoy. So Denny says it. He said it, before I knew him, and I liked it because he's the only other person. But look at this. We got the ahoy. So now I got to get 2 of these Myrmicornos. I'll have to get these in the market. Ahoy, ahoy. So I was super excited to see that. So we have that. Then we have all this. We got Ant-Man, all that fun stuff. But today we've got Stan Lee and all this other stuff. So yeah, I do have the Minty Fresh numbers. They're obviously not all going to get redeemed, but there's 2,640 of these. There's 7,440 of these, which are pretty cool. But value-wise, I don't know what's going to happen. Good to see you, Denny OC. I wake up at 6:30 a.m. no matter what. Even if I try to sleep, I'm just not tired, so can't. You're one of those like go-getters. I'm not. Plus, I have a sleeping disorder. But yeah, I do notice though, it's hard for me to sleep in. Like I'll get up maybe 20 minutes later if I don't set my alarm, but my body's pretty used to it. So I get it. Yes. And the Cobra does too. Yeah, I'm good. I'm not doing all that. He doesn't want to go buy the jackets. Everyone, thank you for joining. I tell you to join the waitlist for the comic. There's no comic. They changed the time. It is now at 12 p.m. Pacific time. Totally blew me away. Again, I've got the receipts. I'll tweet them out later. I had to go out real quick before, and so I made sure I didn't make a mistake. But they'll still be dropping the comic. Just right now, we've got the Stanley. Now, you're not going to be able to actually get these off the or out of the store. You had to buy a jacket or a hoodie from the Stanley digital market, and then you would get this Stanley and one of these posters. So let's see. Big A, some of us still have 40 minutes to sleep and are awakened by their partner's phone alarm. Well, I had this watch on, but last night the laser on the back for my heartbeat it kept me up. The light was too bright. 250 commons incoming. Now, Dane K, I don't know if you heard me, comic is not coming out until later. So it's not until 2 my time, 2 Central. So I don't know if I'm even going to do it. FFs. Now I'm going to have to buy an F and Murmacono, right? Exactly. Right? Hopefully they're cheap. There's like 1,450. Then he got really nice tattoo of his former fur baby. Go check it out. Oh, really? All right. I did not know that you did that. I'll have to check that out. Darn partners. Why can't they be on our time? Exactly. Right. Yeah, I don't get why VeVe though changed. I think it's because they added this other Ultraman poster, which only has 555. That's coming out too in whatever 35 minutes, or I'm sorry, 25 minutes. So, but this is the one that I have all the Minty Fresh. I didn't even have Minty Fresh because I didn't even know about this. I guess I went to sleep before they released that last night. Let's see. Big A, big thanks. My guy did an awesome job on it. Super happy with how it turned out. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. The Bees, good to see you. I don't know if I've seen you in here. I redeem my codes and my collectibles only show on the web app and not the phone. Anyone else? So yes, it looks like that is an issue. Does anyone else come into that issue? We know one other person had that issue. So did you update? My only thing is to go update the app on your phone. I just updated it this morning, so keep that in mind. Big A, I wear those and have a sound machine. I'm pretty, yeah, she like exact. If a pin drops with the sound machine on, which is like noise canceling headphones, she hears it or she smells it. Yeah, I'm a light sleeper. I need white noise of some sort. Yeah, we've got this. I don't know. It's a machine they made in the 60s, but it's just like a fan, but it literally works. Everyone else has tried to do the digital and you get that weird loop. This thing has no loop in it. It's pretty good. Earplugs and sound machine also. Really? You do that? Yes. Yeah, try. And actually, can you let me know, T-Beast, can you let me know if that works? Just so other people know. Ultraman Rising poster drop. So it's not a drop. I know, right? Like, again, it says right here. This is a SDCC San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. You got to have a promo code. So this is also dropping if you see right now. So I think this is another reason they moved the comic. I mean, and they hadn't gotten the Ant-Man stuff out until yesterday. So, you know, I don't know what's going on. Look, nobody's perfect, but get your fucking times right. Like, I plan my whole day. I do these drops for nothing. And that's a big change for me as a content creator. So yes, I'm not loving it. DMU Denny tweet. So oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see, just pass out. Way easier than all these fancy machines. That can work too if you keep yourself up. But she doesn't do that thing. She doesn't do that. I like how VeVe seems to be sprinkled out in several places this con. Yeah, well, they are. I still wish I could be there. I eat healthy and work out every day. Get right to sleep immediately without any. Yeah, I mean, that's actually what you have to do. And sleep hygiene is as important as eating well. So, all right, let me pull these up. I'm going to pull up my little promo since I went through all those talking points. Let's see if they're in order. And I have no clue how loud these are going to be. Is this the right one? I got to do them in order here. Wait a second. That's the final. Okay, all right. So I'm going to play the teasers that I did and then the reveal for the correspondents, because we're going to have a special correspondent live at SDCC tomorrow and over the weekend. So let's watch these. I'll play them one after the other, and then we'll talk about it.
Once every few decades, two legendary entertainers join forces for a collaboration that changes the world. Unfortunately, this isn't one of those times, but let's not dwell on that. Instead, let's rewind and start over. Once every few years, YouTube throws together a handful of content creators to bring you a live stream that's so wildly entertaining, you won't believe your eyes. Is this that live stream? Well, probably not. But we're going to have a blast anyway. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and get ready for laughs, chaos, and who knows what else, because anything can happen when we go live.
All right, so that's the first one. Let's do the second one, and then we'll get to the final one.
The countdown begins. Broadcasting live from his desk somewhere in the cosmos, dodging Frontier Airlines like a pro. Where will you be during the San Diego Comic-Con? Join Informant for live coverage of the VeVe drop and find out which mystery correspondent drew the short straw. Who's our special correspondent? This person once ate 50 hot dogs in one sitting, or did they? Their pet llama is named Spitfire, Hop 2. They hold the world record for the most marshmallows stuffed in their mouth while humming the Star Wars theme. Who could it be? Stay tuned. Don't miss it, live from SDCC.
All right, and here we go. Here's the reveal. So let's watch this. I'll see you on the other side.
Frontier sucks.
There you go. Those are my horrible teasers. We got Fromy. Froakomi is going to be on. He had thought about coming on this morning, but the lines are going to be crazy. It's early, so I don't think he's going to come on today. But starting tomorrow, he will be on bringing us live coverage from SDCC while we're doing the stream. So I'm excited about that. Let me catch up here. You staying on until I'm not staying on until the comic. I don't even know if I'm going to do the comic, but I am going to be on for at least 50 minutes. Just telling spending lots. Yeah, I'll give me a second here. Let me get through this, and then I will get you a link here. Let's see. Double Quill. I eat healthy at home, but fall off the wagon every time I DoorDash. I know DoorDash is the worst. I mean, I know how to go out and order healthy, but it sucks when you, like this happened the other day, you go to a pizza place and I get a freaking salad with a dressing on the side. I want to shoot myself in a video game. Let's see, my app didn't update. I have an Apple that matters. Now I did, but I have my tablet. I did update it, but it could be different. The app though is what updated, so not the tablet. But I didn't even have an update on the Apple tablet. Make sure you're updating the VeVe app, just in case I didn't make that clear. Mo join the stream. I do have a lot of time to fill if that is the case. No, I'm not going to. Definitely not going to do it. Pretty obvious. You mean he was going to be? Yes, it meant to. Let's see. How's it going? How's it going with you, Alejandro? Looks like the comic is at 2 Central Time. So they changed it. Again, I will tweet out the times. I've already made my statements of why I'm upset about it. You know, I plan my whole day around those things. So to make a last minute change is fine, but give me 24 hours. Like I find out this morning, I don't like that. I got mint 1001 for Stanley. Nice. Wait, are you? Oh, you already? Yeah, because you already got it. Are you selling it? I guess the market. I thought so. It says 8 a.m. You're going to be able to claim them, but I guess you can already claim them. So I guess if you have the code, you can claim them. I'm assuming at 20 after we get the market open. Yes, Fromy will be here. Morning, y'all. Good luck to anyone going for this. Well, since the comic isn't until later, nobody's going for the comic. Which, by the way, oh my God, did I lose the damn thing? Oh, I lost it because I gave up. This is a comic. X-Men. I'm just going to have to do all my freaking bits because I had it all planned. Here you go. The Uncanny X-Men. This is actually Dark Phoenix first appearance. So Deadpool movie today. Yeah, that's right. I got to get that set. Everybody gets to go there and have fun. I have to wait until DCon to see people. Yeah, I mean, I even looked at NYCC, D23. That would be cool. I'd like to go do that too. So this was the comic. Let me do my bit, and then Mo, if I forget, just remind me to send you that link because I've got a memory of a goldfish, which is like 3 seconds. All right, as you all know, I have started my own company. I mean, this is fucking stories evolving. It's not even true, but I'm still going to say it. My company, Marvel Comics, not related to Marvel, and so I've got it's BE's Horrible Comics and Collectibles. It's just going to be informative. I'm getting rid of the whole BE bullcrap. But anyways, let me go play this horrible bit here. Let me make sure I have it up. I'll show you my first comic here. It's not even funny. It's honestly, it's not funny. All right, but here we go. Well, I'll go ahead and play it, and then you can make fun of me, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, and here we are. This doesn't even look like a comic book. But yes, the Uncanny Arizona Man. I can't even talk. Can a Dark Phoenix take on Tucson? I know everyone loves to. He'll love the fact that I used his PFP right there. And if you know his PFP, you'll certainly understand the reference of this. Yes, the Uncanny Arizona Man. Can a Dark Phoenix take on Tucson? I don't know, but that is the question. It's not even funny. I honestly, this one, I'm done. I mean, I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. I actually have another one, but that made me so upset. I had to move on. Do you think there will be any secret drops? I mean, it looks like if you're at SDCC, you just got a secret drop if you're there, because this Ultraman. But yes, I do think there's going to be a secret comic drop. I would assume, but maybe not. Maybe they've released everything. I know in the past it's been around 3 Central. We've seen those. So, but this is coming up too. Got about 18 minutes. You'll be able to. I don't even know if people are able to redeem these already. It sounds like you can already redeem the Stanley, even though it says 8 o'clock. The unfortunate part is I think this is the coolest one, but there's 8 million of them. There's 7,740. I get it though, and not everyone's going to redeem them. So and because they've got I think 1,800 of the hoodies for each artist. And then they've got the other 2 jackets. I guess it's equivalent to 7,440. Yes, Marvel like Carvel. It's not like I stole anything, right? You lost me at Tucson. I should have lost you when I started the bit. I should have lost you quickly. The name Marvel is taken. They make some. Is that true? Those bastards. They stole it from me. But is it called Marvel Comics? I may have to get my lawyer involved. What's up, chilling and vibing? A little late, but got a question. Are we still chilling and vibing? We are always chilling and vibing, Larry. Good to see you, man. He's a rising star. He's got the best interviews. He's interviewing athletes, movie stars, and then me. I'd like seriously just throw that trash out. I mean, I can't even hold. He did Furukomi, a lot of the content creators on you should be checking them out. So there's that. And yeah, so I'm confused what I'm supposed to do today, because the only thing I really have to do is snipe the market, which isn't for 50 minutes. All right, so let me show you the other collectible I have that I made today. Since nothing is funny, I'm feeling out of it. But I figured, we have Stanley. I feel like we need like a play set for Stanley. So I went ahead and threw together a play set for Stanley. Let's just take a look, and then you can make fun of me. Here we go. I'm not going to do the fucking song. Here we go. That's right, everyone. Stanley's Castle. It's the Cobra Dojo Stanley Castle. The wifey has taken this place over, as you can see. What I love is that Flippy somehow got in here. But this is a play set. You could have so much fun with this. You could put whatever you want. Frummy could put Elektra next to him or on her knees right in front of him. Whatever you want to do. As you can see, I do have the Stanley posters up there. We got that. So we got all the posters and all that stuff. But you can do whatever you want in the Cobra Dojo Stanley Castle. There you go. Another horror one. And of course, you got to have a jester. So there I am right there, not being funny. All right. I'll move back to Stanley. So there you go. There's the comics and collectibles. Let me do this real quick. Oh my God, I gotta like open Discord. I haven't been using Discord. I gotta send this to Mo. Oh, it's updating. It'll take a second here. Let's see. Electra is under the right. Exactly. I think my computer's going to blow up as I try to open Discord. By the way, everyone, thank you for joining me. Please hit that like button. It makes me better. And they're trying to sell me nitro crap. All right, hold on here. I think the last time I used this for Mo was actually it was in April. I haven't used Discord for this. All right, Mo, if you want to come on, I'll probably go until about 30 after, and then I don't think I'm gonna do the comic. I don't know. I'm kind of upset about it. Because I thought it was a good idea actually to release the comic and this drop. So look who's here. Purple Llama. Good to see the black and pink shake weight was a nice touch. Oh yeah, I forgot that was in there. I actually forgot I put that in there. Hold on, let's go back. Let's check that out. Yes, I did. I totally forgot about the light stick. You can't do anything without the black pink light stick. Is that a massager? I don't know what's going on there, but I guess it's popular. So there you go. And I did, Mo, I did send you that stuff. Let's see, Marvel Semiconductors and Marvel Comics are different. So maybe okay, but confusing with the real Marvel. But if it's satire, it's okay. Yes, they could certainly, I mean, first of all, if they didn't like it, Marvel could just send me a cease and desist, and they're gonna, 99% of the time, probably more than that, 99.9, people are just gonna be scared and just stop using it. Me, I will fight it with a return letter that says, okay, I'll stop. Think Apple Music, Beatles, and Apple Computer. Absolutely. That was a bit of an issue, though. There was a lawsuit with that. So yeah, it can be a problem. All right, so if you're just joining me and you think we're going to be doing the comic, we're not. It looks like they bamboozled us at the last minute. It is now at 12 p.m. Pacific time. Don't know why that happened. I just don't know why. So I was excited to do this. I had all that. But what I do have is the Minty Fresh numbers. Let me go pull these up real quick for the Stanley. There's about 5,000 of them. So if they actually come up, you might want to be looking for these. So let me pull those up, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so this is absolutely outrageous because I can't even see it. I mean, honestly, the time it took to put this together, now seeing it, and this is horrible. This tower, I try to line it. I don't know. It never works out. And somehow it goes at some weird angle. But anyways, here's what I did, because this is just me deciding what's important. 616, 41's the first mint. And these will all be good for this, for the all of them. These are good for all of them. There's only 2,640 of the posters of each poster. Just remember that. But these are all the important dates. 12/22, which is Stanley's birthday, and month and birthday. 1922 is his birthday. So those are the ones you want. So I shouldn't even be telling you. 12/22 and 1922, absolutely. Then I thought, Timely Comics, 1939, Captain America. I tried to pick the biggest characters. I'm sure I screwed up. If you know the artist, 1958 is for Bill. 1961 is Marvel FA. That's when the name changed to Marvel. And 1962, all these important dates. I'm sure I missed somebody, got something wrong. But then I have all the movies. These are basically all the movies right here. All the freaking movies going back to 1989. Since these are all Marvel, I did them all, whether they were MCU or not. And then, of course, just remember, first mint for the gold Stanley is 41, and there are 7,740. I don't know how you're going to see this. Honestly, I'm looking at it and I can't even see it. So sorry. All right. Now we've got an interesting guest. This is the other half of Skin Bones. We have not been on in a while. I'm going to pull him on here. I think he's getting electrocuted in the back. So let me pull him on. Wait, what the fuck? What the hell is this? Hold on. I got to.
Hey, B, I'm so tiny. Hello.
Yeah, right. I don't know what's going on here.
Hi, everybody. It's Monos. I'm so small.
Sure. Yeah, this is weird that it's not stacking.
Rock my balls.
Yeah, let's see if that works. Well, we might just be small, or I might have just really messed it up.
It's okay. I'll talk like this.
All right, there you go. The smaller I am, the better I look. So, how you doing, man?
Yourself.
No, I said for me, not for you. This
damn right for you. What up, brother?
What's going on?
What up,
what
chat?
is going on?
Filthy horse.
Yeah, I got to do. Hold on, just because I have to do a solo. I got to see this. What's going on in the
Hey, now.
background? Is this
Little Tesla coil
Tesla
action, baby.
coils?
Little
That's
Tesla
what I
coils,
thought.
some Tesla coils, little pyramid action.
Pyramid,
you know how we do.
yeah.
I tell you, I'm actually planning a trip to the Great Pyramid.
Really?
Yes, I am, sir.
Is this happening soon?
Yeah, very soon. Italy, doing an Italy trip, and Egypt.
You seen any family in Italy? Any
I don't have any
long-lost
family in Italy.
Any long lost family? And then you're going to go to Egypt to see the pyramid. I mean, yes, if you're there, why not? You could stop by and see Libya. It's actually really close. I mean, Italy used to, do a lot with Libya. Maybe that would be a fun place to go. I don't know. Is it just by yourself, or you got some people you're going with?
No, Steph will probably come with me. But
oh, nice.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I gotta think about where the hell I'd want to go in this world. Australia would be cool, but I'm not messing with those bugs. Screw that.
Yeah. The funnel web spider.
Right? Yeah, any of that shit.
Right.
I feel like Tokyo or Hong Kong would be dope, but I feel so out of place. So I feel like Italy for me would be awesome. I don't know if you ever seen an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh yeah.
Where they go to Italy and he's like miserable the whole freaking time, and then like halfway through the trip it like hits him. He's like watching the kids kick the soccer ball around and how like chill they are in the afternoon, Like, I don't know, man. I just want to kind of go, visit, the motherland. But then again, like I said, while I'm traveling,
why not?
Great Pyramid, bro. Like,
yeah, no, I think you're there. Why not? No, I absolutely. You're right around the corner. So, what is that? Like an hour flight? Is that even?
No, it's like more than that? 4 hours from Italy.
Okay, so I don't know. I'm just trying to think of the map in my head. I think
it's like 4 hours from Egypt to Italy. But here's the thing, I don't fly. I don't like to fly.
Right. I totally understand. So
I'm thinking about doing one of those transcontinental fucking
cruises.
Cruises?
Yeah.
But dude, it's like
it's $1 million.
If I don't like flying, I don't know how much I'm gonna like being stranded in the middle of the fucking ocean for 6 days. Like if you look at the itinerary for the trip, it's like on the water, day in Italy. And you're back on the water for like 6 fucking days again.
It is a lot. It's a lot, but you're on a boat. Good, obviously they'll have good security. By the way, G43, good to see you, man.
I feel like if I'm on a boat, they can rescue me. Like if the ship's going down,
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got to make sure I get Starlink and make sure I get, hooked up before I go, just in case shit hits the fan.
Right. I mean, this isn't the Titanic now. They have to have the right amount of lifeboats. Otherwise your family will be rich. But yes, I would go with a reputable company that we've all heard of going out there. Now, yeah, it's long and expensive, but I agree with the long flight and to do it with a big group, that's probably the best way to do it. So, I mean, I'm kind of jealous. That should be very a fun trip.
If you and Shelby would like to come visit Italy and Egypt and you want to make it a big trip, because I don't like people. So I'm not just going to go with people just to go with people. Because not for nothing, I can't stand being in a room with people for 6 minutes and alone on the fucking water for 6 days. You know what I mean?
Well, can you imagine being on that plane? I don't know. That plane ride's what, 12, probably 11 hours, 12. Maybe
I think it was like 11 and a half, 12 hours, something like that. It's like 13 and a half across the pond. Yeah, something like that. Something like 11 or 12.
I mean, if I did a trip like that, I'd at least have to get business class, which is going to be super expensive, if not first class. But the cruise, if you think of it's fun. If you've never, do you get seasick?
No.
So, I think you would have a lot. It's just, if you've never done it, you got to do it at least once. It's a fun experience. If you can get the balcony, get a balcony. Although sometimes, that big of a boat, they should have some balconies. But it would be fun. Those types of boats aren't going to be like the Royal Caribbeans with the crazy slides and all that.
Yeah, I don't need fucking zip lines going off the edge. Right. Yeah, I'm trying to go across the fucking, like if I want to take a cruise, I would go to Florida and I would do like what you guys did, right? Like I did something like that. But
totally,
if I want to just go visit again, Italy, Egypt, and I don't want to take the flight, I don't really give a shit, bro. You can put me as a stowaway for fucking 6 days for all I care.
Honestly,
feed me, give me a shit bucket or something, we're good to go.
I think you'll need better than that. But the inside cabins actually aren't that bad. You get all the food you can eat. All you need is a couple shows, some alcohol, and you'll be good to go. And of course, they'll try to sell shopping crap too.
Well, yeah, because then Steph, she tries to sell me on. Well, maybe we should just fly, babe. And I'm like, listen. Here's 2 articles. Did you see this shit about Southwest? These fucking
they're gonna have
these
seats
fucking
there?
these crazy pilots down near Florida, fucking flying like 150 feet off the fucking ground, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck are these people doing? You think I'm getting on these planes anytime soon? What are these guys doing? They on fucking Tinder and shit while the plane's going? Like, you got one job, bro. Keep the
150 feet. Yeah, I saw that. How's that even possible? I mean, you might as well just be on the ground. I think it was actually a
little bit higher than that. It was like 250, and then like another incident was like 500. But that's fucking low, dude. Like, what are you doing when you're not even?
Feet. If 1,000 feet is low, I mean, if you think
what's normal cruising at? Isn't like 3,000 feet up or some shit like that? I mean, like 3,500.
A lot of times they'll go to 30,000, and if they need to get
30,000, jeez.
Yeah, if they need to get above the weather, they'll go to 33. I think there's a limit to how high you can go. I don't think you can go above 32 or 33. I could be wrong. I'm not. I should ask my uncle. He is a pilot. By the way, Cobra said I can go, but I need to sell more NFTs. So that's it. You don't get seasick on a big boat. You can get seasick on a big boat, absolutely. But
no, you don't need to sell more NFTs.
Oh, right. Yeah, those river boats, you get sick. The big boats do have stabilizers, but I did get sick. Cruises are truly for there's Tucson. Tucson, did you like my little scene of him? Of you avoid the cheapy airlines. But anyway, so you did say Southwest. I literally just read an article this morning. They're going to have assigned seats, or at least they're going to have some assigned seats that you can buy because people want it. So there's Mr. Planet Profit. Just real quick, get caught up. 25,000. What's 25,000? Is that the
altitude?
The altitude, the max that they can go.
You can tell how little I fly. I'm like, they normally fly 3,000 feet up. I don't know, it's fucking 30,000. Like I said,
it's pretty high up. I mean, I just watched. It was an old footage of a guy. This is in the 80s. He was filming 2 tandem jumpers, and the tandem jumpers, he's filming them. They're all happy. They pull their chute. He flies up, and then the guy goes to pull a chute. He didn't put a chute on because back then they had these big backpacks with the camera and the VCR and all that stuff. And he thought he jumped with his parachute. So of course, what happened. What happened.
What?
In the end. Yeah. This is why, and this was he had done like 800 jumps. I mean, think of how scary that is. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, you're on autopilot. So if I ever get to that point in my life, I mean,
no, you need a checklist.
Jumps. Yeah, exactly.
Like my uncle, and I think I told you the story, but he almost died because the engine went out. But he's really good. But he was in an airplane that has a parachute. It's the Cirrus. And he didn't even pull it, which he should have pulled it because the insurance company would have paid him if he pulled it. He tried to land it to save him $1 million, and they didn't care. They're like, fuck you. But he goes through a checklist. Every pilot has a checklist. You can never get, people think that, I know with that type of thing, any little thing. I mean, I've seen them who go over the wing and see if there's like even just a little crack or anything going over the plane.
Of course.
Which is why I won't fly with him.
You're supposed to check your car like every time you drive, right? And
like your tires, and nobody does.
What's the worst case scenario? Oh, I blew a tire doing fucking 55, 60, right? Like, that's some crazy shit. Right. But you can still get out of it, right? You run out of gas, you can still survive that.
You have control, and you can get out of it for sure.
You're up in a plane, and it's like, yep, we're going down, brother. Grab your shit. Let's go. Kiss your ass goodbye.
You don't seem like a guy who would jump out of a plane. I know.
No, I would. No, I would. Well,
crazy.
So I've always had a dream that I was going to die, or nightmare. I was going to die in a plane crash. Part of the reason why I don't fly, because so many of my premonition, my dreams have come true. Again, things like my grandmother. I told you about the time with my cousin. Like, I just had premonitions of like dying in a car accident that night. Him and his friend, crazy car accident. The girl in the front seat where I normally sit died. And these things hit me, bro. Like, I'm not thinking of this shit in hindsight. Like, these things hit me on the fly, and I hit my cousin. I'm like, yo, dude, I'm not going out tonight, brother. Like, my bad.
Right. I get it. Look,
and then crazy shit pops up. So anyway, so when it comes, like, when those things come true, and then I think about, like, the dreams or nightmares I've had as a kid, bro, I would jump out of a plane. I would do what Tom Hanks did in Castaway. But then apparently, as I get older, I realize it wouldn't work, right? Like the whole wait till it's 10 feet above the ground, jump straight up, let the plane continue to go. I feel like that would have worked my entire life. But then you think about, the reality of that, and it's like, well, you got suction and whirlpools, and the plane's going down. It's going to create, undertow, whatever, and it's going to bring you down with it, no matter what.
But your speed going down doesn't change just because you jumped up. You're still going down at however fast the plane's going down, right? Like even if you jumped up, it wouldn't change anything. Like in real
in
physics.
My mind, right? In my mind, it would. But in the world of physics and reality, no, it wouldn't do shit.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I mean, just trying to open a door or a window while the plane was going down would probably just immediately just suck you out and kill you anyway.
Right, exactly.
So
it's absolutely true.
How fucked up is it?
So let me just answer this question here. So Wes, good question. So VeVe originally said this drop was originally going to be the comic was at 8. I've got the receipts. I'll be posting them later. So this was supposed to, but we still have the Stanley stuff now at 20 after the market's going to open.
Yes.
Which I probably missed because I'm talking about, but that's okay. I'm just checking to see. I don't think they've come live yet.
Brother, tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. Tell them that you baited them into a Skin and Bones Mono's interview. All right, we really had nothing planned. It was nothing happening today. We knew the drop was pushed back.
Right.
But
exactly.
I figured I'd show up early and we'd have a little chat.
Yeah, I mean that's what happened. Yeah, so there's just to let people know there's this. So at 20 after we've got two things to snipe. Unfortunately,
can't wait.
I didn't have minty fresh numbers because I just saw this morning. They must have released it after I went to bed last night, or I didn't check. I don't know what time they did it, but all these changes happen. And on the Marvel comic, like I said, I've got the receipts. It originally said 8. So I was planning for 8, but it doesn't matter. The real SDCC fun stuff with Frommy's going to be the correspondent. He'll be here tomorrow and then Saturday and Sunday. Again, I don't normally do the weekends for SDCC because they planned everything over the weekend. Basically, I'm going to do it. But right now, we've got the Stanley. So you can buy them. Let me know if anyone has one of these. You had to buy a jacket or a hoodie. There were like 7,440 of them. That's what's on this drop. And also, you got one of these posters depending on which artist jacket you chose. So they each had their own jacket, their own hoodie, 2 jackets and a hoodie, basically from 100 to 250. Mo, did you get a jacket? I know the answer, but I'm still going to ask you. Did you get a jacket?
Brother, I haven't bought a jacket or a hoodie since 2012. Okay.
Right. I mean, I buy a jacket, and why should it not last my entire life? Oh, his friend has attached to the entire plane for emergency. Yeah, that Big A, that's what it is. In fact, my uncle's been flying them since the beginning. In fact, they offered him to sell them, but he had a better job. To sell them in Northern California.
What the fuck? How come I can't take commercial flights in a Cirrus? Can I?
Because it's pretty. It's not a huge plane. They're
I'll
really
pay
nice.
Extra.
I mean, it does have air
for the
conditioning.
comfort of a parachute. I will pay extra. I promise.
Well, here's the problem. So a lot of people don't know that at the very beginning when they had these, people were dying at the same rate as other planes, and they couldn't figure it out. Well, they figured it out that people were too scared to pull the parachute because the parachute costs $25,000 to repack it. It's probably a little bit more these days. It could be $30,000. So if you pull it, you've got to, there was actually a baseball player in New York who crashed into a building. He had a Cirrus. He didn't pull it. But yeah,
that was weigh the options. You need to weigh the options. 25,000, or you ain't doing shit today or tomorrow because you're fucking dead. So
you're dead. I'm pulling all day long. I'm pulling it's a handle. It's a big handle up top. You pull it, and the thing pops out. I don't think they've, knock on wood, have had issues with the actual parachute. Obviously you have to have it packed properly, but yeah,
I never heard of this. It's like it reminds me of like bumper bowling almost. It's like,
because it's a light plane now, like on a commercial airline, you could do it, I guess, but you'd have to have probably like four of them, and it'd be almost impossible, even though they're light, right? They still have to be sort of light. It's a lot more weight than having 2 people. I think it holds 4. I don't know the different sizes. They're $1 million plus. I mean, I think you have to add air conditioning and all. It's weird. It's like a freaking Ford, but yes, it's a lot of money. But yeah,
I guess a lot of parachutes you would need. I've always said, like, why can't I just bring my own parachute on a plane?
Right,
like
just in case.
Like my carry-on, yeah, like it's just in case. Like people could bring fucking comfort cats and like whatever the hell they got.
Oh yeah,
Emergency
they're
care kittens or whatever.
Yeah, the bunnies.
Therapy cats and therapy bunnies, whatever the hell these people fly with. If they can bring those, I should be able to bring a parachute. And if shit hits the fan, not saying I'd pull it indoors, but like they should give you a little warning, like, hey, we might be going down. Anybody that wants to jump, now's your opportunity, and it almost becomes like an amusement park ride.
Right.
But,
well, so the point I was going to tell you, in the end, they went back and researched it, real, and no one was pulling it. So they came up with a whole new campaign. It says, pull often, pull fast. Like do it. Basically, if you are in a situation, you fucking pull it. Like,
that was
don't
like
even
my motto
think
in
about
college. Pull out often, pull out fast. It's like the same thing, with just a word missing. I love it. I love it.
So I mean, it's
Put that
something
on a T-shirt.
I probably fucked it up, but either way, it's something like that. And then people started pulling it, and it actually started saving lives. By the way, since Tucson's in the house, I don't know if he saw it. He probably saw it. Didn't know he's gonna be showing up, because I still think my channel is Tucson. I think I've proven it. Here you go, Tucson. The Uncanny Arizona Men. Can a Dark Phoenix take on Tucson? I don't know. Can it, Mo? Can
I mean,
that's the question.
Isn't Dark Phoenix like a big black dildo?
Wow, you totally went to a place I didn't know existed.
I used to work. Listen, I used to work in a warehouse, brother, and I used to have these two dudes that worked in the sex toy part, and they would show me some wild shit, because I used to work in the Quest Bar department.
Interesting.
You would actually appreciate it. We used to repackage for Amazon. It was such a weird business. We buy
like
these
Quest Bar, like the protein
bar. Yeah. So, dude, my boss would buy them unwrapped in a whole pallet, right? And we get like 100 pallets at a time. And to sell them on Amazon, they had to be shrink wrapped. So we basically buy the pallet, feed it through the shrink wrap machine, stack it right back on the same pallet, ship it to Amazon. And my boss used to make crazy bank doing this, dude.
Oh, I'm sure.
Crazy bank. I never,
But I'm sure Amazon now just does everything themselves, right? Like at this point.
Well, yeah, I guess now, but he's still in business. But the point is, these guys used to, dude, these two guys, they used to show me the wildest shit, bro. Oh my god. Like, I'm not really big, I fuck my girl like once every 7 years. Just whatever keeps her off my case. But actually, shit, she knows I'm streaming with you now. Fuck, she might be in chat. I can't say things like that.
Yeah, you can, right? I know.
It's gonna be 11 years at that rate.
Right. I'm not. By the way, just real quick, they are on the market. There's the poster. Oh my God, 616 from Mr. Champ, and Casey BMW has 2320 for 25,000. I guess not many of these are actually listed. Yeah, I'd say, Dane, I would wait until these are down. But there might not be many people who are actually doing this, like who actually have one to redeem, because you had to spend a lot. Mr. Planet Profit, thank you. Smash that like button. My screen only shows one. I mean, we don't have that many people here. But let's see here. 17, not bad. We can get 3 more. We got 40 people here.
Hit the damn like button, people.
Yeah, it's real easy. Okay, there's the gold one. Gold is at 188. Now, remember, there are 5 trillion of. There's 7,440. I'm going to pull up the Minty Fresh numbers. Wow, so the whole thing. I didn't realize they're doing everything differently. Like, I didn't realize they were going to do this this quickly. Let's see if I can make this a little bigger. It doesn't really help, does it? All right. Well, if we go in here, nope, that's it, everyone. I can't even freaking see it. But there's your Minty Fresh numbers. Basically, it's all the. Just think of it this way: every year from 2000 to 2024, basically. That's basically. I think that's true. I got 2000, 2002, 3, 4, not 5. I thought there was one at 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Just not financial advice. If you can get any number between 2000 and 2024, get it. But do remember that most people probably did not get this jacket to redeem. There's only 3 of these on the market. Here's somebody just put one up for 95. I'm sure he's going to sell it. That's way too much. All right, hold on. Let me just get up here close. Abdullah's here. Good to see you. Just Google, and yes, you can bring a parachute on a commercial plane as a carrier. Yeah, you can, but like, how are you going to get the door open? I thought those doors, if it's pressurized, you can't get them open. The parachute is kind of gimmicky. Most plane crashes, takeoff or landing, very true. You can only use it like above 1,000 feet. My boss has 2 of them. Yes. But my uncle could have used it, and he actually, it's on YouTube. I can't tell you who it is because that would dox me. But he got a lot of views for it too, a lot of subscribers for it too. But like the FAA, you can hear he's pretty calm. You can hear him talking. He's like, I think I can land this. He found a field. The problem is that if that tire, when he landed on the field, hit a dirt bump or something and flipped, it would have exploded. So yes, he could land it. He did what most people had to do in the past, land in a cornfield or whatever. But he should have pulled the parachute because the insurance company said they were not going to pay to get it extracted out of the field. And of course, that was, I don't know, $25,000, whatever it was to get that out of there.
Can't even land in a cornfield, man. Like, there's no cornfields left that aren't controlled by the freaking Chinese at this point.
Oh God, I did not say that, people. Yes, they do buy our land. I think states
shut down
on there. Plane is light enough to land in a field without it, and only good over cities and water. Yeah, no, I agree with the. But it is a smart idea. And look, his engine went out. So that is the time he was up in the sky. He could have pulled it, but he also didn't want to injure anyone on the ground. It's still going to hit the ground. You're still going to break your knees if it lands. But it's better than a full crash. Let's see. Bot users already listing Stan. Okay, I'm looking at it. Where are we at? Oh, he's down to 65. I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. There's 7,440. There's no way. There'll be at least hundreds of these, I would think.
Yeah, does it have coming down to 1999?
Does it have a close date, or can these stay open forever? Oh, you're talking about for the collectibles? I don't know. That's a good question. Hey guys, we are all collectors. Lists free collectible 0.002 seconds out of the market. Of course, big. Hey, you know people. I've talked to him off the app. Like, I feel like. He feels like there's like only 20 real collectors. And I said, I feel like there's more. There's 21. No, I feel like there are more collectors on the app, but he is correct that this full collector on here throwing money in, there aren't hundreds of them, right? Maybe there are hundreds. I don't know, but most are hybrids. And maybe I'm wrong with even most being hybrids. Maybe most are just flippers. I don't know. I like to do both. You like to flip though, don't you? I can't post mine for sale till 20 mark. See, oh, there you go. So be careful, everyone. It looks like I don't know how people were able to post. I bet you if you use the web app, you can post. If you use the phone app, or it's one of those, it's one or the other. You could probably post on the web app early, but these probably aren't supposed to be on the market yet. If you're just joining me, I have the Minty Fresh numbers up here that you can't read on purpose of the Stanley stuff, the comic. They changed the time like 4 hours later. So it's not happening. All right, 65 gems, Dane K. There's a lot. You gotta be careful. Be careful, Tucson. We'll tell his Fed buddies. All right, we got a fight going on. Is there a cutoff for when you can buy the jackets? It's a great question. And you would think as a streamer who's streaming this, I would know, but I'm not a good streamer. So I would assume.
Oh, give yourself more credit than that. You're subpar.
Subpar, right? I mean, as a business, Mo, I think you would know. Like, I would assume since these are physical items that get you a digital, and you need the physical to get the next drop, I think they're just going to have them up until they sell. So from what I can see, I'm just looking at the article here. I don't see a day where these have to be minted by. Now, of course, if they don't all sell, they could very well give them out and stop selling them. But I doubt it. They're just going to have these up. And maybe if the next drop is huge, people will buy them at that point. But good question. Good question.
Going to be huge. Huge.
All right. Don't buy at these prices. These prices right now, since not everyone can list. Just remember, I think some can list from the web app. Others can list from, cannot list from the phone. It's one or the other. The stand stuff is worthless. No, I think, and let me know what you think, Mo. I think it's a genius move for Stanley and VeVe to get together on this. Again, it doesn't mean necessarily you're going to make a profit. I just think it's good to get into this phygital. It seems like people, which I don't understand, want physical stuff and digital. What are your thoughts?
I'm just thinking of the awkward meeting between Stanley and the other people right now because he's in a weird spot.
Right.
But yeah, no, I obviously know what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like, especially when it comes to Stan Lee, of all people, like obviously got to honor the dude, but got to be careful too, man. Don't water down this guy's fucking legacy either, you know?
Right. Well, and this is BE's number list gives me anxiety. Then it should, because it might actually help other people beat you and me. Yeah, I agree. Like, you don't want them to whore him out. But on this, I feel like the jackets. So it's the first one. They're gonna learn. If it didn't sell out, they're gonna learn quick the numbers. Kind of like VeVe is adapting. They'll both have to adapt with the numbers and everything. But I still like the fact that they're trying new things. Like I understand why some people are upset or whatever, but I just need them to keep. Yeah, can you believe that? I mean, just keep. No, I'm serious. I'm asking
a serious question. Like I don't keep up on the day to day, so you gotta.
Well, no, just the normal, and whatever you want to call them, fudders or moon boys. You've got the people who are really upset, who expected certain things. What I say is that I understand, I totally hear them, but I've seen so many other projects that are late to stuff, and I know everyone's waiting for this VeVe verse. I don't know what's taking so long. I don't know if it's a contract thing, if it's a copyright issue, but if major companies can do it for billions, how do we expect VeVe to do it? I don't know.
I can tell you what it is, man, and I think we're starting to see it more and more and more, which is, again, why you got to appreciate people like Ian and PFL, man. Like,
right.
It's not easy to do what they're doing. The bottom line, it's not easy. Again, I'll never say that BB's job is easy, but they try to downplay it and make it seem like it's easier and this, that, and the other. And then when the time comes to push a product, look how long it's been, and we can't even get anything even like a little teaser. Like, let me walk into the BB verse at least as a common folk. Like, why do I have to kiss ass or whatever and get in? Try to get in.
Why do you have to be part of the
like,
beta?
Yeah,
I get that. At this, it would that's why, and we've even talked about it. We know the cars drive. Why can't we just have something with the cars? I think it would be nice for them, just like you said, to kind of like Cryptoys, right? They gave us this, block, right? It's barely anything. You can jump up, run towards. We'd want.
But got to be careful with that too, because listen, you give people a taste. Right, and we've talked about this many, many times as human beings, right? We have these like checkpoints in our brain of like when we become bored with shit. And it's like, you can run around for 24 hours and you're like, all right, I'll come back. A week, a month, 90 days. I mean, dude, it's been like, 6 months, 9 months since me and you have done a Cryptoys marathon where we were running around in empty space. You know what I mean? Like, there has to come a time where you just have to like have a set schedule and understand that people aren't going to wait forever, right? Because I'm still sitting around waiting for gamification on Cryptoys, and I ain't going anywhere. I have all my stuff, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I need gamification. They don't want us to sit around and speculate, you know what I mean, as ambassadors, and I get that. So I just don't do anything. I just wait for gaming. I signed on for gaming. I was told there would be gaming, and that's what I'm waiting for, and I'll be back. But playing the market and IPs and coming out with everything, like, it's just not for me. But the point is, what I was trying to make, is that if, like you said, if companies like VeVe can't do it, bro, even look at like Muzz. Did you see the 3D update?
The 3D stuff? Yeah, I saw the 3D.
Bro, is that legit? Like, is that legit what we've been waiting a fucking year for?
I know, right?
Like, I don't care. They already took the damn partner program. They already took any way for us to make any sort of fucking money from that game.
I know.
What in the actual shit did they release, brother? And did you see the training ground too? Dude, it's like they went back to like IBM 386 type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I love Tom and I love everything that they tried to do, but I got news for them. Ian's going to do a fucking dog racing game, and it's going to fucking put them out of business overnight. So that update,
they do dog.
Holy shit. Oh, dude, they're definitely doing dogs, man. They already have the bonk race with the dog models. You don't think they're thinking about it? Just wait. Just fucking
Yeah,
wait.
well, that
dude.
I that's something I'll probably want to get involved. By the way, VeVe, congrats on that. Yeah, there have been people listing stuff for very cheap. So congrats getting to 3,400 comics. I'm not anywhere close. And Abdul, good to see you. Yeah, Ant-Man dropping 30 gems. All right, so everyone, just so you know, now's when we're going to get a flood of the Stanley stuff. So I'm going to just be looking at the market as I talk to Mo. I do have the Minty Fresh numbers. The best thing I can say is just think of all the numbers I used to say. We're down to $19 on that, by the way. And just look for the normal ones. In fact, I got to make sure I know where the buy button is. Oh, it's so laggy. All right, so there we go. But anyways, you can go do that. Ant-Man, $30. That might be a lot. It's not an FA. So how many of those jackets do we think actually get sold? Yeah, I don't know. Don't forget, the jackets are 2,640 each. So each artist has one. That's why there's 7,440 of the gold stand. So be careful. Looks like 19 was the lowest on that. All right, I'm just getting caught up here real quick. Sorry if I missed you. Real quick, DK, did the graphics on PFL get better? I thought it looked good from the beginning.
They don't need to, man. Like, listen,
Right.
I've showed PFL to a lot of people, and very, very few people, when they first look at it, actually think that's a video game. Like, they do not think. They're like, oh, what track is this? Because they think I'm showing them like a real horse race or something. I'm like, no. It's a game. I own these horses.
At certain angles, it really does. Like,
yes.
It absolutely, like, or I shouldn't say certain angles, at certain times within the game, you're like, it really does. And from the beginning, can they improve? I'm sure, but why? By the way, let's see. Big A saying Shapiro, governor of Pennsylvania, is who I'm hoping for VP pick because he helped get Bitcoin mining in Pennsylvania. That would make all three campaigns pro crypto. That would be good. There's the Troy Carthy 1001. If you want that good mint, it's $100. I hope you get it. I hope he gets it. Let's see here. Let's see. Without gamification, NFT is worth it. I wouldn't say it's worthless, but I think that would be nice to have. I agree. It would be nice to have it.
Utility in general, man, is necessary. Utility in anything in life, brother. Like, even an idea, basic idea, without utility is fucking useless. You know?
Right. So
it's not just like, oh, we need gamification and utility for our assets and games or whatever. Which, by the way, dude, that Shard World game, or Home, what the hell is it called? Yeah, Shard World Shard, dude. I don't know. I'm fucking 2,500 deep in this game. I don't know what the fuck the name of it is. But brother, let me tell you, this game is insane. If this game does what Big Time does, or is doing like with the economy, shit, look out. What a gameplay loop, brother. I know you're not really into gaming, but for anybody that does like sandbox gaming, like Ark or Conan, where you like build a house and go out and, to the world and collect shit. If you like that, and you want like the possibility of a cool NFT falling out of a tree while you're chopping it down to build your house, this game's for you, man. And this, I can't stop playing the game itself. I don't really care about the NFTs. I just love the game.
Well, that's the thing. And, that's how, let's see, would need more. I totally agree that if you go in with that attitude, that's the best way to do it, right? You can't lose, right? You're having fun. You enjoy. It's just like a regular video game, and you might get lucky, right?
Yeah.
That is the best thing. And I do wish VeVe would get a game or give us something for the VeVeverse. And who knows? He did tweet out that we're going to learn some new stuff. Hopefully they've learned. I think they have, not to tell us something unless it's going to happen. So I'd be.
Yeah, the problem is, and they go silent for 6 months, and you're sitting around going, where are they?
Well, and look, I understand both sides. Like, we'd like to have some type of skeleton map of what's going on, and they're just like, well, if we say anything, we're going to get crap. So they need to somehow come up with a way to give us something with that, as much as they can.
Competent leadership is what they need to give us. Once they can do that, I think things will change for the better. Well, again, I'm always going to call out every freaking project and every team, dude.
Sure.
But okay, look at where Ian comes from and look at what they're doing, because the man is up front. He'll tell you, if you don't like your shit, go make your own fucking game. You know what I'm saying? And the bottom line is, he understands what it takes. He understands how to communicate. He understands people in general. I just feel like everybody else, with the exception of Will from Cryptoys, doesn't have a freaking clue, honestly, and that's a sad reality.
Here's what I would say, and I've done my fudding and whatever. I like what I'm seeing, but I'm very clear that that does not mean that your vault is going to go up in price. I like to see the changes. I like to see that they're listening and making changes. Not every change is going to be something that we like. Not every edition size is going to be the right edition size, but they are listening. They're starting to. Now, obviously, people in the past who have had big issues and fudded and said bad things, they're not going to listen to. But I can tell you that they are listening. And that to me is important. But yes, it will be nice to see, and maybe we can coax that from them, get some type of idea of what we had, because we're now getting into years from when we said we're going to get certain things.
But that's what I'm saying. So let's just clarify something. It'll make a conversation a lot easier going forward. What I am doing is not fudding. Like, I'm not sitting here telling... Okay, just making sure. I just want to be clear on that.
Yeah. No.
I'm not sitting here telling you to sell everything. I'm not telling you to clear your freaking wallets. Like, I have full faith in VeVe, trust me. But what I am saying is I'm just doing a recap of what they've done and where they've been and where it looks like we're going, right? So that, to me, it's just more of a recap of what the hell has been happening. So I'm not in the business of fudding anybody because I don't personally give a shit. Honestly, I've adapted the whole Keanu Reeves mindset lately of, if you want to believe 1 + 1 = fucking 5, good on you, bro. Good luck in life. I hope to see you tomorrow, but I'm going to do what I got to do, in the meantime, to make sure that I can eat, put a roof over my head, stuff like that. So.
Yeah, no, I completely, and no, I do not think that you're fudding. I don't think, and I've said on the show more recently, if you're coming on here and giving solutions and saying what you don't like, I think that's perfectly fine. I think it's the people who do the personal attacks that's where it gets bad. No, I don't think you're fudding, and I think you're giving them gold, right? As Big A saying, one big thing, VeVe has the error aspect, but now you have it with almost any NFT, right? So we to stay relevant. What's the next move? And
that was a game changer at first.
Yeah.
That was insane. Exactly. Now it's like, oh, well, every app has it. But if they would have just taken that and run with it in that direction, again, even like you said, VE, some sort of like AR racing where me and you can tap our phones together or join a, Wi-Fi enabled lobby or something, like, hey, let's just race down the block against each other. Something.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be so awesome.
Something, you know what I'm saying? To just gamify it. You have to create a loop. Even HRO creates a gamified loop with the leaderboards, right? They do.
It doesn't have to be it does not have to be. I agree. If they could just,
it's not a video game, but it's gamified in the way that people are like, "Ooh, I have to log in today." It creates that, me and you used to talk about it all the time, right? Like, why is it important to go live at the same time if you're going to do a stream? Because you become a schedule in people's brain, and you become like, oh, it's 10:30 or 10 o'clock, time to tune into BE or whatever the case might be, right?
Right.
And reason why TV shows are always there at the same freaking time on the same freaking day for the most part, It's, you have to
get into these routines.
Yeah, routines.
Absolutely. And by the way,
creatures of habit.
Kryptoni, I completely agree. I thought about that because I tried to get in last night.
It's crazy.
And I changed my passcode and I had to wait an hour. So I'm like, screw it, I'll do it today. I have 2FA. So I also had to find my old phone that has the Google Authenticator. So I'm going to try it today. But supposedly you do have to have your passport to show this. What do you think? Like, I've talked to Big A about this. Like, I do think the OMI to NFT is a good move. I do believe, though, it's very hard. And that is...
I thought about the Dr. Profit thing.
Oh no, this is a real, like, they literally just released OMI to NFT. Like, now you can use cryptocurrency to do it, but it's not within the app and it's very difficult.
Right. Isn't that the Dr. Profit app that they partnered with?
Oh, is that?
Yeah, me and Vault talked about it on Tales from the Crypto. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about.
I thought they just have it because you can now you can do it. And then of course the Bitforex, they opened up, how we all got our OMI stolen because we kept it on the exchange like dummies.
Yeah.
And now they've opened it up, but you only, I do it quickly. So now we have these two things. Now you can get your Bitcoin off. I mean, your Bitcoin, you can get your OMI off. It's too bad it's not Bitcoin. You could get your OMI off of there. You could keep it level 1 or level 2 if you want to go onto VeVe. But I do like the idea that OMI to NFT, but it's very complicated. And that anytime you have friction in business, it's not good. But again,
you don't want friction in the bedroom or friction in business. I would
Right,
100%
exactly.
agree with that. And that is Dr. Profit's app, by the way, according to Biggest Bro. Shout out to Biggest Bro. But here's my issue with that real quick, and you can tell me what you think now that you know whose app it is. Don't you think it's a little weird, just a little bit, that a company like VeVe has to rely on a user that came in after the fact to basically save something that they wanted to push from day one? Like, that's kind of crazy to me. You know what I mean? And I also wonder, is there a conflict of interest there? You know, like, is there any insider trader information that might happen now where he has email information or loops where he can make moves ahead of time that people would know? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, wait, which
that's
person?
A concern.
Which
it would be Dr. Profit.
Oh, yeah. If anyone, if there's
I love Dr. Profit for full clarity. I have nothing against the man himself, but I'm just saying from a business venture, if you own the app, right? Because I went through this with PFL, with people trying to make, statistic apps and websites and shit like that.
Some extra
you
information.
Cannot be, you can't be partnered with PFL. Like, they're not going to pay you. They're not going to do anything for you, because the second they do, you now fall under the umbrella where you can't even play the game. And I just wonder how many times we overlook, like we talk about the hashtag ad, right? Like,
right, totally.
These rules existed, for a reason. All over the internet and the content and the entertainment world to protect you. Exactly. But these new NFTs, Web3, I feel like people are skipping basic steps like that. So I don't know. I just hope that's not happening.
They're so just real quick. Let me get caught up with Abdul real quick. So don't forget on Bitforex, if you're withdrawing, they're doing it in batches, so it's not going to happen instantly. Now, Kryptoni told me last night he was stuck, and he's still stuck this morning. So if it doesn't go through by tonight, then I don't know what the heck's going on. But it happens in batches. So they're not going to, it could take a day. I don't know how long it would take, like how big the batches are, but I'm assuming they're getting bombarded with everyone trying to get their money out, because they're only open for a certain amount of time to do that. So hopefully that's it. And so, yes, it's the, the Biggest Bro. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing okay. Dr. Profit's app. So you have to go through the app to do all the exchanging. I thought you could just exchange. That's to do the part to get the NFTs or to get the collectibles. That's what we're saying, correct?
I guess so. To my knowledge, everything stays on VeVe,
right?
But then, like, the transactions are handled on that app, and I guess VeVe gets a portion. I don't know. Apparently, VeVe gets a cut. Okay. I guess the app gets a cut, and then you got to pay the cut on the VeVe side too with a marketplace sale. I don't know.
I saw some. I got to look more into it. I mean, like I said, any friction. Same with, and we had a question here why Will hasn't talked from Cryptoys. He's not going to talk until there's something. He had said 7 months ago, in the next 6 months, there's a lot happening, and everything came through. So there was some delays. Don't forget they got the NASCAR stuff coming. I'm sure we'll get something soon, but I don't know if that's hashtag soon.
Will's fantastic. Like I said, and he's the type of guy that'll come out and be like, "Hey, man, I got nothing right now for you guys." He'll tell you that, but he'll also tell you, like, "Hey, there's a lot that goes on to the day-to-day with the business, and what he talks about makes sense." Again, when I talk to him, when I talk to Ian, when these guys tell me what the hell's going on, they explain things.
Right.
It makes sense. Like, okay,
absolutely.
Cool. But when I hear other companies, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that doesn't add up. We waited 9 months for dogs that look like this." You know what I'm saying?
Right. You're like,
there's, and I know for a fact that there are people out there that I know personally that were probably even recommended to that platform to do the 3D model work that were probably passed down. You know what I'm saying? For what I'm hearing is models that were found on the Alibaba website. So,
right.
Take it for what it is. I'm a little, just say I'm a little pissed off about that.
About just not, well, and what I was going to say, I was going to make a comparison between Cryptoys and VeVe, and with this OMI to NFT, and with Cryptoys process is much easier than VeVe's. But once they get their tokens and you can do trading within the app, and you're not doing it for money, you're doing it for inside currency, and you can trade and all that. That's going to be, the kids can do it. It's going to be easier for the people who don't want to transfer out and screw things up like I would. But even that is friction. People want frictionless. And yes, an app from somebody who uses it, they're going to have to be careful. I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong that I know of, but if there is, I will certainly let you know if something weird's going on. But I don't think so. Yes, this workaround, they need to really do it within the app. I think that would be would be the
Again,
best
just to
way
be
do it.
completely clear on this, because I know how people like to clickbait shit.
Right.
I don't think there's any malicious intent.
Right.
I just feel like Dr. Profit saw a need and saw an issue with management at VeVe not being able to pull off something that everybody wanted, and he was like, "Hey,
I can do
I
it.
can pull it off." And VeVe was like, "All right, cool. You know what? We'll just stop what we're doing, which is probably nothing anyway, and we'll just have you, you know what I'm saying, sign on to it." So,
Right.
but I just hope that everything stops there. You know what I mean? As long as there's no like, again, forms of like email communications and like, you know, insider knowledge, stuff like that.
Well, that's the thing I'd want to know, actually. I feel like I mean, I guess we can track everything that's been bought and sold through that, but they should just release that themselves. Let's see. I'm not sure about using Stacker. I never heard of it, and not giving them my login information. And Big A, yes. I mean, look, it's definitely, and I remember you talking about that, about it being Dr. Profits now that I think about it. But yeah, VeVe has just a lot of these tentacles going on. And we've seen that with other projects where they get a lot going on and then they forget about other parts of the project, right? And that can be an issue. But I still have faith, and not everything's going to go the way we want it. But I do know that VeVe's got the best IPs. Will that save them? Yes, I think it will. I think it's been proven. Even if they only hit 1,000 people, they're still making, 25, 30,000 a drop at least. So they're making enough to stay open, keep the lights on, and pay staff. Dr. Brown is nothing more than a VeVe customer up till now. Not dummies, just used to be normal humans with safe bank accounts. Crypto is super unsafe. Yeah, you know me, Kryptoni knows my love-hate relationship with cryptocurrency. It's just, the fact that it's so risky is what makes it worth so much, right? The fact that you could lose all your money with one push of a button is exactly why it's worth a lot of money right now. So I think, to get full adoption, it's going to be what Mo has always talked about. You log into Google, there's a wallet that's completely safe with 2FA and all of this stuff. When that happens, that's when you're going to get mass adoption.
Can I just tell you how nice it is to live in an echo chamber of my own thoughts?
Well, look,
whenever I talk to you and other people, like, man, Mo's always right. And I'd love to hear it. Don't stop, please.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I'm kidding, obviously, but
that is an important step for everyone. That's not, and that's why I like that's to come back to VeVe, since everyone thinks I'm a moon boy. That's why I like VeVe, because you can just get a credit card and buy it if you want. And honestly, that's a lot easier than doing crypto, transferring some crypto to Omi to NFT. But at least they're trying.
What if you're a moon boy? The same reason why I'm a trackhead, bro. Like, it's just the world that we live in, dude.
Right. Let's see. Stacker simplifies Omi to NFT, and the gem system on VeVe may be phased out. Omi is burned per transaction on Stacker. So they're gonna. I don't know how they phase out gems, or would you be buying? If you can buy the Omi and app to go do this, the problem is that they need a stable coin, right? Like you can't have an app like this without a stable coin, even Cryptoys. I mean, am I wrong? Like you can't have some currency to buy this that goes up and down. I know other projects use Matic and stuff like that, but
Matic, Froth.
But it
doesn't really work. Like You're right. You definitely. But here's the thing: if you use I agree with you. If you use a stable coin, right, doesn't it somewhat put you into more of a centralized format, no matter what?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. But me,
right?
I like that. I like that.
No, listen, brother. I'm with you, man. Like I said,
right.
I really do feel like the best path forward is everything centralized with these little almost like highways and off ramps. You know what I mean? The Google Passport login or whatever the case might be to link your wallets. Those are like the little off ramps, and everything else is just safely stored until you need it. Almost like your money in a bank type of deal. And you go in, you're like, all right, cool. You know what? Ready to withdraw my shit now, and then bam. Which again, I know full interoperability, but I just don't think other people have had the right idea of interoperability the way I've been seeing it, or the way we've been talking about it.
Right. I mean, I think other, and we're going to have to, even with Cryptoids, it's not full ownership and all that. But just real quick,
that's damn close.
Right. It is damn close. And so Big A, it's a great. So the way I would describe this Omi to NFT as it is right now, it's basically the app is an escrow account. That's all it is. It's an escrow account, holds the money, releases it to VeVe, to release the collectible. So that makes sense. By the way, I have the Minty Fresh numbers up for the Stanley drop. Those are on the market now. There's no comic now. They changed the time on that. So unfortunately, there was no comic to snipe. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be doing it, but we have Mo Knows here, which I'm very happy to have here. It's been a while since we've done our Skin and Bones thing, so that's really cool. Yeah, so this no direct, do you like this escrow idea, or do you think that's, other than what you were saying before, inside information?
I mean,
is that the way to skirt all these laws?
I don't even know if it's about skirting laws. I think it's just about solving an issue. You're solving a problem, and the problem is that VeVe and David, you just haven't been able to figure it out. Again, either they're spread thin with development or whatever. I know they hired like 90-something employees from like India and shit like that, and developers and whatever. I don't know what they're doing, but I just feel like they filled a need. So like any other invention or great idea, it just, if it fills a need, it'll take off. So I don't know. I just feel like it's a good idea if it works the way I envision it working. I just hope there's no other things going on that we don't know about. That's all.
No, I agree. And Kryptoni here saying, you can't sell me on, you just haven't done the research. As far as being able to do this whole converting, first of all, the gas fees and all that, like
that's bullshit.
It's a lot of money involved to just do this. Most people aren't going to do it. Now, if you've made millions and all you have is crypto and you're trying to hide your money and this is a way to move it, I could see people doing that. But the average person, I've always said this, it's not just on VeVe having this, it's on any crypto, like Kryptoni, you're not going to get mass adoption until it is completely frictionless and you don't have to worry about losing your money, which, I don't know, when crypto started, the whole point was to have self-custody and nobody knowing about it. And then 4 years ago, what was the FBI found like the, people who had stolen Bitcoin from people, they actually were able to track them down. So now you can get tracked. So you're not anonymous. So, but I still think it's cool. I think it's great to have cryptocurrency, something else besides just gold, silver, and the good faith of the US on our dollar.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I think, blockchain in general was, again, created to fill a need of the old days of like, hey, everything was out in the open, right? Like when you would go buy something at like the general store, there would be a ledger in the general store that had everybody's name, what they bought, how much they owe. You know what I mean? Like this shit was all public knowledge, and all you had to do was go in and look at the ledger, and that's why it's a digital ledger, which is blockchain, right?
Right.
So, but we all know when something is new and unknown, the criminal element is always going to attack it first.
Of course, right?
Right. So, of course,
It happened on everything.
And that's even, what the Kamala Harris was saying, apparently what I heard, that's why everything's tanking now. Thanks, Democrats. But, it's like, I'm serious, man, but it's like they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like they run their mouth because they think it's some like political fucking ploy, but they really don't understand what the hell they're even talking.
I would say both sides have no clue what they're talking about. They're just smart to grasp onto it. There's no way most people know what the hell's going on with crypto or any of this stuff. Just because they grab onto it. I can
tell you RFK Jr. knows exactly what the hell's going on.
Well,
I can tell you that Trump's party at least has a clue of what the hell's going on because they embrace it.
Because they embrace it, exactly. They want to.
For sure.
And everyone's going to. Trust me, everyone will. And this might be, we'll find out. I don't want to get too much into politics, but yeah, I agree. Like whoever embraces cryptocurrency is going to get a lot of inflow of money. And so if that's one party over the other, that is going to hurt. By the way, just real quick, because Jay, I didn't know this. I don't know if it is anything, but I'll just put it out there. I find it weird that Stacker released the same day as Bitforex announcement. I don't know if that's the case. I don't assume you'd be lying about that. I don't know if that's anything. It may just be coincidence, but I don't think, there's any other than obviously that was the platform that Omi was originally released on. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know.
But that's the problem again. And this is what I'm saying. It just opens the door to the discussion that should even be there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the same way. I was going to join the PFL team a while back, and the deal was, hey, you join, you got to sell everything. You can't do a damn thing. What up, Bob Sales? You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like, I try to keep things on the up and up, and I know Ian and them do too. So I just hope, that the discussion doesn't go any further and everything's just
goes well.
copacetic,
Yeah. By the way, so I have actually done one time. I sent something to DTE, and then Denny OC sent me a birthday gift. So I have used it. I actually owe the biggest bro a collectible. So I got to do that soon. It works good. Terribly hard. It's not terribly hard. You just have to get off your ass and do it. I've been so busy. But yes, I've done it, and I think it works nicely. Dr. Prophet's just trying to get back the millions of dollars he lost with VeVe. Hey,
I don't think that's the case.
I mean, even if it was,
he's just trying to help the community, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I don't know I don't know. I don't care. The question is, were we going to get OMI to NFT? This is the closest thing we have now, and they're testing it out. I do think they know it has to be on app for it to really work. So let's see. Stacker app works with your email. It automatically links your VeVe account. It's not hard at all. You can also buy OMI with USDT on the Stacker. Okay, good. Thank you for the update. I have not done it. I'm not going to do it. But for anyone who does it, let me know if you have done it, if there's any issues. I saw that Digitalverse. I'm looking at your right now. Did somebody buy it? I think somebody bought it. His oh no, there he just lowered the price. $22.33. He's trying to sell you Stanley's birthday and Walt Disney's Club 33. It could be. I think it's too early for those mints to be worth anything, but I do think in the future they will be. And trust me, I have some of those. I've got one on the Walt Disney desk. All right, let's see here. I do like the idea of burning OMI. There's been other projects that have done that where the transaction fees and stuff that gets burned. Not really biggest bro, because on DTE you control your collectible in your wallet and can trade it to. Stacker's more like a transaction there, and then it gets relayed back. Right, it's an escrow.
Yeah,
but it's still, if it's easy, and it works, and there's no scam, which I can't imagine. You're good to go. Yep, that's why I love VeVe. It has to be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. People that know how look down on those that don't, probably because they know how hard it was for them to learn. Right. Just ask Mo and Big A how annoying I am trying to figure out crypto. But it's like one of those things where you got to like double check, triple check.
Crypto. I watched you fucking come out the womb in the streaming world more than anything, and that, again, still the progress you've made there too, even with some of your videos and the way you're still using fucking StreamYard, but I won't hold that against you.
Trust me, I didn't tell you. Look at this, buddy, and I can't really wait. Is this going to go far enough? Look what I got.
Oh, get a Stream Deck. Let's go, brother.
Cobra got that as a gift for me, but
Good
it
job,
doesn't do
Cobra.
much. It does not do much on Stream. I need to get Streamlabs. There, it would work.
Well, so you can use it on there.
Oh yeah, I've set it up. I have to set up the codes. I've done it, so I've got like a go on and off. I can, but it is useful. But it's not. It didn't do what I really want to do, which was to pull up the music, and be able to push a button to have something happen on the screen. By the way, I wish StreamYard would have a second freaking video screen on here. That sucks.
What you could start doing. You could start just doing what I normally do and just set everything in OBS with Stream Deck so you can trigger everything, and then just send your feed one big screen like I do with Virtual Cam into StreamYard. You could just start doing it that way, which would be an easy way to, because you can still bring up chat, you know what I'm saying, and everything on the screen like you do now. Well, that's what you're going to lose. You're going to lose that ability the day when you move off of StreamYard.
Yes, well, but absolutely. Well, the Streamlabs, the thing I like about StreamYard is I'm using their assets. Streamlabs, I'm using my computer. So, using their assets can be good or bad. I've had lag and all that stuff, but
you're server based, which your computer of all, like, listen, when me and Vault do shit, like, his computer is fucking on his last leg. We've talked about this all the time.
Oh yeah,
like, he should be using StreamYard, and your machine should be using
Streamlabs,
like I do.
OBS, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
OBS, exactly.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, honestly, you know me. Probably use basic OBS Studio and not Streamlabs, but we'll.
Hey, my friend Charlie tells me that all the time. Just go to OBS. It costs nothing. I'm paying $25 a month. But
Streamlabs OBS
nice
is free too. There is a free version.
Well, there is. Okay.
But
I mean, I wouldn't do the free. It's only like $12 or something for Streamlabs, which is connected to OBS. I should try it. Maybe I'll give it a try. Just real quick, Kryptoni, I ordered Matic an hour ago. I'll miss the drop because I didn't buy tokens last night. Make it make sense. Yeah, I mean, the whole. I don't think, again, it's the concept of the OMI to NFT that they've done something. Is it where everyone wants it? No. Can they improve it? Yes. It needs to be on the app, but that's just logical. They know that, but we don't know if there's regulatory stuff or whatever. Again, I'm just happy they keep trying new things, and when they stop, that's when I'm going to be worried. Oh my Lord! Quit going after each other, people. Stacker's a dump app for Dr. Profit.
Why can't we all just get along?
Right, exactly. Oh my Lord!
When you have me saying, "Can we all just get along?" That's
I know, right? Right, exactly. Would have been great when people actually wanted the NFTs. Well, they've got some work to get more to onboard people, but you know that's to see in the future. Let's see. That was concerns. For me, don't hold. We'll work harder. Affected. I have no clue what that just said, but I think I understand what you're saying. But the whole it's got to be easy. I mean, that's the basics of this. Disagree, Mo. Dr. Profit has a huge investment in OMI and VeVe. Of course, he's motivated to push the project forward to help his bags, but there's nothing wrong with that either. And I say it anytime.
No, I'm just not going to push that narrative here on the Informant channel. So,
right,
you know,
right.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't really believe
like,
that's the case, you know.
I say, this is what I say. I always say it. If I'm talking about a collectible, if I'm talking about VeVe, I like VeVe, but I have stuff in VeVe. So you have to take anything I say with a grain of salt. You got to say, this guy is doing it for himself. Now, I believe in it, but that doesn't mean you have to believe me, right? Like it's almost impossible since I own collectibles. Now, the one reason you might be able to believe me is I'm in profit. Like I'm on house money. So I'm not recovering from anything. I like the idea. The only thing that matters to me are the IPs, the ease of use, credit card to buy a digital collectible. I don't like the terms of service. I wish they changed some words in the terms of service that we own our stuff. I think that would be a good move without giving us the ability to be interoperable. I think they could change a few words in their terms of service that would get a lot of people happier, but not make everyone happy. There's things they could do. Look, but you know, it's their business. They can do whatever they want. VeVe announced third party.
Don't they change the functionality of their entire app to change the terms of service though? Like, if you can't have full interoperability and shit goes under and you lose all your collectibles because they're tied to a centralized system that you want, they can't change the terms of service until they fix that. So without interoperability, being able to ship it out, even like the DTE on Cryptoids, something like that, there's no way they could change that terms of service because then.
Well, no, they're saying you don't. In the terms of service, it says that you don't really own the collectible. It's got to stay on the app. What I'm saying is,
right.
if they said, look, you own your collectible, but you can only use it's not interoperable. You can only use it within the app. As long as we're in business, you own it. If you don't come on for 2 years, don't forget. And Big A knows this. I don't know if Bruin 88 is here, but a lot of terms of services end up just being words that mean absolutely nothing. Now, can you fight them? You know, whatever. I don't think they're going to take away your collectibles. I'm able to sell it, but I understand people wanted interoperability, and you're not going to make those people happy with even a terms of service change. No way.
Because again, the terms of service has to reflect the service itself, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, if they can't provide that functionality, they can't even lie to you and say, well, as long as we're in business, you own your stuff, because you don't actually own your stuff, because that's when the real lawyers come out and they're like, well, if you actually own your stuff, I'd be able to send it out to a third-party wallet. I'd be able to connect it here and transfer it there. Like,
let me ask you this, because I don't remember. So you'll have to, if I buy music off of Apple iTunes, can I take that to another app? I can take it. I can download it to have on my phone on a Apple app.
Sure, as a WAV file.
Can I take that to another player? Or do I have to just play it on Apple? I think you just have to play it on Apple. And so...
Well, you can bring it to another app, but the legality of it, you'd be uploading copyrighted music because I can go to SoundCloud and take any song I want and upload it. But chances are, it'd be taken
you don't have
down.
to get through Apple. You don't have to get through Apple.
Right.
But I'm
They
saying
can go
if
to
you
another
use
platform.
Apple,
Yeah.
right. Can you, and of course on the Apple stuff, I think on Apple it's a 99-year lease, so you don't even own it.
Sure.
But look, everyone's going to have the things that they like and they don't like.
But nobody's complaining about that. Apple was never saying that, hey, join our platform because we're going to allow you interoperability of our music. They never said that. They're saying we're offering you a cheap, easy way to listen to your music. And the same way as if I were to download, insert Metallica song here from Apple Music, and I go to Spotify and I say, hey, Spotify, play Ride the Lightning from Metallica. Shit, triggered my freaking Spotify. It's not going to take your track and upload it and play it. It's just going to play it based on its own database, right? Because that's the world we live in, on-demand music, But I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, though.
I now, because I came into this differently than you and most people, I came in as crypto scared me. It wasn't something that I specifically came to VeVe for the ease of use. And so for me, it was never, I always said in my mind that I didn't care about interoperability because I didn't want to lose my stuff. And if it got stolen, I knew that they could replace it. So there are issues with it that I don't like, but there's too many people that want it. So there needs to be some solution. And I don't know what that is. I believe Dan said a long time ago that you would be able to take your collectibles off the app, but why would you want to do that? Well, I think they said originally they were going to allow maybe artists. I think it was Kozak was going to be one of the first.
Right.
They talked about the mating of the, what were they called? The Labbits. A lot of stuff didn't happen, but I never fault anyone in this space. There's so much stuff that was talked about in every project that never happens or takes years. It sucks. It's not what we want to hear, but that's life.
Well, life is life. And
you can leave too, right? That life is also, you could leave VeVe and VeVe could lose your money. So
like
you
the
have
show,
your
change the channel.
Exactly, right.
But because you said the reason why you came in was, ease of use, safety concerns, crypto. I didn't come in liking crypto either. Again, when people first pitched the idea of me of fucking PFPs, I was like, you were out of your goddamn mind. Right. I was in the camp of, right-click save file. Like, what the hell would I ever spend money for this for, right? And again, so when I saw VeVe, I'm sitting there going, oh, well, shit, look at this Walt Disney statue. I'm like, my girl loves going to the park and taking pictures there. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. Can put it in augmented reality. I can put it in front of my house and she can take a picture there and I don't have to travel. Like it's more of an ease of use for me at that point. But what I'm trying to say is that for me, when I signed on to VeVe, it was nothing to do with crypto, NFTs, or nothing. What I saw was the white paper. And I saw the vehicle rentals. I saw the gamification, pink slip racing against your friends, yada, 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 join the VeVeverse, all this good stuff. That's what got me into it. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was like, oh, shit. Like, I can buy something, get something cool, like the DeLorean. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get a cool mint number or just have, one to rent out or have a whole fleet of them to drive with my homies or whatever the case might be, right? Like, something. But that's what sold me on the idea. Had nothing to do with, crypto, had nothing to do with NFTs. Because again, I was anti-PFP. I was I don't say anti-crypto, but it just never made sense to me. Like,
I think it was exciting at the very beginning, especially because it was something we wanted. And then, let's be honest, a lot of us saw if you won, you could get a lot of money for your NFT. There's no doubt that was the big thing. But like for me, that was the big thing. But then there were things that I wanted really bad, and I knew that I had to sell in order to get them. And I still wanted to strive to get those things. And so that's what I've tried to do. But
that's why there's hybrid collectors. That's why you're the majority of. That's why you're the majority of the people on VeVe, which I'm probably one of them too. I was like. Yes, of course. There's things I love. Absolutely. I have a desk. I have a VeVe logo. I have America Chavez. I have, tons of things that I love, things from my childhood. You know what I'm saying? That's just memories of my childhood. The polar bear, we've talked about this. Like, one of my greatest memories of a kid, bro, is being Christmas time, seeing the polar bear commercial, and then owning that snow globe. I paid out the ass for that thing.
I know, me too. I don't even want to talk about it.
Now I own 3 of them, and I don't give a shit because when I look at it, I have good memories. on Christmas time and holidays, I get to take it out. Me and my girl, we go see houses. I put it out in the picture, and people have even commented, when they see me taking pictures, like they see the globe and they're like, "Oh, but I don't see that polar bear," and I've had to explain it to people what it is.
It's cool. I did it for my father. We did with Pink Panther, and he was like dancing with it, and I showed it to him, and he's like, "Oh, this is really kind of cool." By the way, the
That's
biggest
so
thing
much
people
more
want
than making money.
trading. Yes, 100%.
But if you can play 50% of the drops to make money, you're here anyway. Like you're here, especially someone like you who's here promoting the platform, doing the streams, doing the drops. Like you should be going for everything. You should be trying to profit when you can, hold on to what you like.
Right.
Because again, at the end of the day, I feel like you're probably 99.9% of the people on the app. So
yeah, no, there's no doubt that it's a huge percentage of people that are this hybrid. It's probably not 99% because you probably have 10% that are strictly here to just make money and they don't care. And
they care.
But they care about the money.
No,
I'm talking about just the bots that literally aren't collecting anything. That they're just.
I bet you even the people that own the bots have a collectible that they love and they cherish on.
Well, that's true. They might, especially if you've been here a long time. Now, with the trading, we've talked about trading before. I mean, there's easy solutions for that. They could have a code you could get. You could get it verified through VeVe. I mean, there's tons of things you could do so you could trade. Obviously, they have to be careful with the money laundering and stuff, but there's a way to do it. That would be, if they're going to knock people off for selling their collectibles for too much, then they can have a trading part in the app that charges you a fee to trade it at whatever they think is a fair, reasonable price for it. So if the floor is 50 gems, then you pay the fee on 50 gems, even though the rest are maybe 200, 300, 400 gems. I think they could work that out. I think they could work it out. But to have the free trading, I don't know how they're going to do that, but I could be wrong. Maybe there's a way they could do it, but otherwise you're just going to have money laundering. They got to be able to track it. You got to be KYC and all that stuff. Let's see. VeVe's idea of interoperability is to give limited access to Dr. Profit. I don't get it. Well, the thing is I don't think Kryptoni's mad at all at Dr. Profit. I'm not mad at him. I honestly just don't know too much about this. I've been very busy trying to get this stuff set up for this week. And
I just want to know who else out there is trying to solve the issue of interoperability. That's what I want to know. Because I'm pretty ssure that everybody running their fucking mouth hasn't even tried to figure it out. So I'm just curious. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, again, the dude to me seemed like he fixed a lot of fucking things that was wrong with that app right now. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting it twisted, but I'm seeing Twitter. I'm seeing like a lot of fucking angry people about it, man. I just don't get it. Don't get it.
I mean, it is what it is, right? Nothing we could do. Let's see. About to rethink some shit. He's getting really mad. You made a safe place for kids to go, and Disney Walled Garden will be the place. Let's see. Today, comic worth going for, price prediction. So good to see you, Smart Pie, by the way. So they rugged me on the. This really kind of pissed me off. As a Moon Boy, I'm pissed off. This literally said 8 o'clock yesterday. Like I said, I've got the receipts. I've got 2 pictures, a tweet showing it, and actually on Google, if you go look and you put in 8 a.m. PT, it will actually come up. So they changed it. Is it worth going for? It's first appearance of Dark Phoenix. There are what is this, 5,000? So I mean, look, if you're trying to make a profit, you get the secret rare, you'll do well. Ultra rare, you'll probably break even. So I don't know. I think tomorrow's the big one. Wolverine's going to be the big one.
You gotta say Captain America #1. I got excited.
Oh, I know, right? Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah, no. But so today, close. I mean, never financial advice, but just be careful. If you have the extra gems, it's not the worst one. The real world value isn't much on this. I think it was 400, but don't quote me on that. So it doesn't mean anything. We've had comics that are worth 100,000 that have gone for cheap. So, but I do see things moving in the marketplace. People are actually buying stuff they want and buying up the floors. So there's something going on in the market, but I can't tell you if that's going to stick. I don't know. Safe place. Who wants their money in a safe place? Not me, right? No. Who wants a safe? Not me. Don't matter what they say. It matters how it functions. Yes, exactly. I'm just trying to get caught up on here. Sorry. Dan said in an interview last September that Will goes meta and said you'll be able to have 1-to-1 peer sales. You set the price, so you pay $1. Yeah, I remember them talking about, even how they would do it. This is why they don't talk about anything, because
I'll
maybe
say this is why we don't hear from Dan anymore. But yeah,
right. Like you can't like, there may be things that were out of his control. So, I'm not going after anyone specifically. I think these things are harder, even if we're seeing it on other platforms. I could tell you they don't like that. And I'll tell you one of them. I'm not going to tell you which one. I 100% know that they don't like that it can happen, but they still have to let it go. So that's straight from the top. I'm just telling
you know what the problem is? And I almost look at it like a relationship too, right? You ever have like a homie, like a new relationship,
Right.
Where it's like you're in the honeymoon phase. And it's like every time you see your friend, it's like, hey, what's up, man? But like, blah, blah, blah. Oh, bro, I'm like, walk. And it's like, you can just tell it's like everything's about, who they're seeing, yada, 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 right? I feel like it's the same with like VeVe or any other like app, right? Platform. Right. In the beginning, even like the owners, like, so I can imagine like David and what's his face, Dan and all these guys sitting around just being like kids, like just having a great time, thinking about the future and being excited. Like, I get it, right? Right. And then they talk about that in a public space a few times early on, because again, they're so excited. They just want to talk about
they had all this money pumping in. Yeah, totally.
But what they don't realize, and I think slowly over time they realize it, is like, oh shit, there's like a developer on the back end being like, yo, dude, like this is not as easy.
Do this, or this is
like
easy,
this is not as easy as you're making it seem. Or oh, look, there's a legal loophole that we didn't foresee. Or hey, the crypto market is a completely different sentiment today than it was then, or whatever the case might be, and you have to pivot, right? But
yeah, and that's exactly
it's got to be what's happening, right? Like,
I think, and I've said this before, I think they came in, they started the drop November of 2020. I was thinking October of 2020 was their first drop. It was the McFarlane. I think they came in and they saw everything. It was slow. They didn't have a market. Things were selling, but nothing special. And then, of course, the golden moments came, right? And man, it went from thousands of dollars to millions. They're trading. People are spending 100,000. They're making 8.5%, or they're making their 6.5%, or 2.5%, whatever they're making. Disney's making the 6.5. They're making their 2.5. They're making a ton of money, and they're thinking, "Holy cow! Look at all the stuff we can do." And that all happened. And then the NFT world collapsed under them. They promised stuff that they couldn't do because they didn't have the money anymore. So I don't fault them for the excitement. I'm glad it seems like they've learned. I know a lot of other projects have looked at VeVe and learned quickly what they have to do. It's unfortunate VeVe had to be the one who got hit with the experience and having to deal with it. By the way, people wanted and expected OMI to NFTs would be on the app with every collectible able to be bought by your choice of OMI or gems. So it seems so many are upset. People can be upset. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think in the end we need that to be in the app. That's the best way. Cryptoys found a way around self-custody, which actually giving you self-custody. I wonder if VeVe got that direction one day. I mean, it would be nice if they got it. I still think that contracts were signed many, many years ago, and they can be changed. Anything can be changed. It's obvious Disney will allow you to move your stuff around. So if VeVe could, I just don't know how that works, what deal you have to make for them to do it. But I'm sure David is smart enough that he could work something out. By the way, we got Rory in the house. Did you watch Ask Rory episode? I still haven't watched it just because, I'm doing all VeVe stuff. I did that during Muzzle Run stuff. But Rory, good to see you, man. Everyone should be checking out Rory P. Reaction to Gaming channel. He's our 11-year-old friend from Scotland. He should be turning 12 at some point. I feel like I've been saying that a lot, but it's good to have you here, buddy. Give him a follow and watch some of his videos. They're actually pretty good. Why do you need somebody to give us custody of some stuff we're supposed to own anyways? Look, I'm not disagreeing. Dr. Bob has never sold a collectible. Why would he sell now? I think he wants to buy more collectibles with his own. This is what, and tell me if I'm wrong, Mo, because probably people who have 6 figures in crypto. If you've got 6 figures in crypto, you're not caring about these little extra fees, and you might have a big haul and you just want to buy something with it to reinvest it into something. I could see those people saying, hey, no, I could be wrong.
As someone who just bought a fucking $1,700 island in a fucking unreleased video game, yeah, I can relate. Actually, that island's up to $3,500 right now, by the way. Damn.
But good call.
I'm thinking about flipping out of it. But
I would. I mean, why not?
But yeah, man. So I don't know, dude. I definitely feel like it's very easy to become desensitized by crypto money, and I think
Right.
Big A will probably, because I talk to him probably the most out of anybody in this chat right now.
Right.
He could probably relate to this because I know we play a lot of the same, meme coin games, whatever. But it's so easy to become desensitized to like even $1,000 buys. It's fucking crazy, bro. Like,
Is it like a slot machine? Once the
Well-
money's in, you don't look at it as real money, even though it is.
no, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it because I can take this crypto money and I can flip it into my bank account in 5 minutes. Like, I could do instant transfer to Coinbase and instant transfer to my bank account. Like, the money is tangible if I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, and speaking of slot machines, by the way, I was down $30 this whole stream while we've been talking.
Right.
And now I just hit a $190 hit. So you
Damn.
actually don't owe me anything as an appearance fee now. We're all caught up. You know what I'm saying, though? It's so easy to come desensitized,
Right.
especially
Oh.
like with me with the PFL stuff. And I'm talking to guys that are probably easily making 6 figures, every few months, I feel like at this point. But, I don't know, man. I don't know how it is maybe in the VeVe world, but yeah, I would think it's so easy to just not care about fees or anything.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, if you came into a lot, you got lucky on crypto, and you're like, I don't want to. What if there's a lot of people don't want to pay taxes, and if you don't want to pay taxes, you're going to have to move it around and hope nobody knows about it, and you can move them into NFTs or collectibles. It seems like just a good another bet. It's like investing in, instead of the dollar, you're investing in gold and silver. Here, you're investing in crypto. You're investing in NFTs or digital collectibles. You're kind of spread yourself if you believe in the VeVe project. I still think it's a good move, but the way it sits, as Big A has talked about, it's not going to be fun for most people for the cost and all that stuff. I bought all my ETH under 180. So when I buy a high risk NFT, it may be 7K, but in my mind, it feels like I'm paying with 300 a game token. Absolutely. But he's done so well. Did you get the, he talked about the other day that the $3,000 from, because he had a big cock holding and the AVAX. Did you get that too? What he got?
No, what?
Yeah, Big A, tell him about it. You might have it. If you staked any of your NFTs in AVAX.
Oh, I
and you
never
had
staked.
cock-
Such an idiot.
Yes, either have I. He got $1,000 for nothing. Just dropped to him one day. He said somebody had like $17 staked worth of NFT and got like $700 or something.
He probably tried to tell me, and I probably just fired back, but I don't got time for this shit. I'm too busy
Right.
racing 47 fucking horses, making like no money this month. So
Right. Well, I mean, he's got his ear to the ground, so he knows all the stuff. But that's been a pretty cool thing. I'm going to go ahead and put up. So just if you just joined us, we are watching the drop, the NFT drop. By the way, did we even see the Ultraman poster? Look right here. So this was supposed to be dropped today too. This was just dropped at the last minute. I didn't know about this. It's the 25th. What is going on here? I don't see any of these on the market, so I don't know if they're coming on. But anyways, if you're out there, the Stanley stuff, the posters dropped. It looks like the poster's at 65 for this one. Oh man, that would have been. No, that's not the right one. Man, let's see here. Stanley, let me think about. I got to think something in my head. This doesn't work. The numbers don't work. So you want 1222, or you want 1922 for his birthday. Somebody has one of the posters, 1221 in there. It doesn't work. You need December for his birthday. I just like hoping I get one of these really good mints because they do sell. Mints matter now more than ever. Anyways, I don't see any of these. I don't know where they are. Looks like the comic's going to be on later, so I don't even know if I'm going to be covering it. It's just crazy. Let's see. You had to participate in Meme Rush on Trader Joe. You got, oh, that's right. There you go. You got 700 to 1200 airdrop, regardless of how much.
that's crazy.
On Trader Joe. I feel like I used that before. What if I open my thing and I've got $1 million in here? Let me go check. No, crap. I got to remember my freaking. I don't remember my damn code. That sucks.
Wait, so it'd be in Trader Joe? Is that where I'm supposed to be looking?
I definitely did something on Trader Joe. Where would it be?
I mean, I did a lot of stuff on Trader. I still have a bunch of fucking AVAX actually from a lot of my profits. I never did anything.
None of
with.
my accounts have that much of anything. I've got Pundu.
Somebody sent me a shit ton of auto. What the fuck is auto?
I don't know. I wouldn't touch it.
Why do I have 5.2 million auto worth 79 cents?
Nice.
Oh my god, I still have Kong. The hell? Oh my god.
I do too. I think I've got a little of that I didn't sell. Hold on, I gotta check.
I guess I unloaded most of my.
I got
coins
Boomer
there.
Duck. That's worth nothing.
Well, keep an eye on that token though.
I think so.
Yeah, listen. Because that's the World War token, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't really see too much, but I will tell you to hold on to that token. That's what I'll tell you.
Well, you know, I've got like I'm supposed to do streams for them. They gave me I've got one of the characters. I just have no time to do it lately. But I want to
find some time.
Yeah, I know. It's my type of game.
Yeah, because again, it's a first-person shooter, and you know, as these Web3 games start to develop more and more, a lot of these companies already have previous relationships with Web2 gamers, and there may just be some massive clans out there with esport gamers that will be showcasing a game like WWOX, even a game like World of Shards that I'm playing, World Shards. So, you know, that's why I think I told you. Oh shit, I don't think I did tell you. So,
I think so.
The game that I'm playing, right, the World Shards.
Yep.
So you basically own like an island, right? And it's like your home base. You ever see like Ark or Conan where you like build your house and shit?
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
So you go out and you farm your material. And you're fighting bosses or, you know, enemies, and you're trying to get loot, right, to progress to the next zone or whatever. But as you're chopping down a tree, right, NFT could fall out. It's pretty cool. But I bought a $200 loot box. And in that loot box, everybody was getting like common, uncommon for like artifacts. Mm-hmm. And the artifacts are going to allow you to create like legendary weapons, epic weapons, right? You can't create them without having the artifact. So, of course, I buy a $200 box. I open it up. It's got because of course, Steph was here. It's got a legendary artifact.
Oh, you're kidding me.
An epic artifact and a rare artifact at the top three. So I go out. I'm excited, bro. I get in my fucking basic bitch land and I go to put it down. It's like, nope, can't use it. Can't use these artifacts on this island. I'm like, you motherfucker. So the artifact legendary is worth like 600 now. The epic's worth like 300. The rare is only worth like 75, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that's still really nice.
A good profit. Definitely good profit. So I should have taken the profit, but what I did, I was like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to buy the legendary land. Because now I can put down the legendary artifact. I'm making 3 weapons every 2 days. My new set will be done tonight. And come to find out, you can't even craft legendary weapons.
Oh, you're kidding! You have to get yes. You have to get.
You have to craft epic, which is the purple underneath, and you have to like combine and upgrade with shit to make a legendary. But you still can't make them without owning the artifact on a legendary island. So you still have to own what you have to own. But dude, the fact that I own it right now, I'm like, fuck, I can't even make my money back right now.
but
if this shit pops off, legendary weapons, even on big time, sell for like 500. Up to 1,500 and are up, you know what I'm saying, when they first come out. They're usually like 1,500 and then they drop, you know, when more come out.
Right.
All I got to do is sell basically 2 legendary weapons my entire game career and I'll make my money back.
I was going to say you made all your money back. I mean, you're pretty good at predicting.
Just imagine if like one of these Twitch fucking gamers or whatever gets signed on from this company who has made games like Might and Magic and other crazy RPGs. They already have the relationships. If Lyric goes live like on Twitch and they got to come to me to buy their legendary weapons.
Right.
Now we're in business.
Now
that's something you can do now. Imagine that on VeVe though. That's why I brought it up. Like imagine that on VeVe where we can where you can create like your own little shop, you know, in the VeVeverse and do anything unique, you know, and people can come to you when you offer a service. Like these things will exist, you know what I'm saying, on all Web3 platforms. And I don't even think it's going to be up to the platform themselves to promote you. You know what I'm saying? And you've learned this as a content creator. Like, if you don't promote yourself, who the fuck else will?
Nobody.
right? Like nobody else is going to give a shit about you. So,
shit, people don't give a shit about me now. So
oh, they do. Pish posh.
But yeah, no, I get it. Like, and there's so much stuff. It's so hard. By the way, Rory, congrats on the 800 videos and the new intro.
Grats video. Grats, Rory.
Grats, Rory. Yeah. So I mean, what's cool is there's a lot of stuff. I do think you've been correct the whole time about the gaming aspect being a huge part. I want VeVe to get involved in that somehow. The VeVe verse is fine. It's never been my thing. I never really cared about it. I know a lot of people did, and I think some people will, some people won't. But I'd like all that other stuff is what seems fun. And I think, like you said, just give us a little taste, make a little game or something. Like, what if they just had a slot machine? They couldn't do any real game.
Well, listen,
yes,
if you want to get me back in the VeVeverse or on VeVe, just put a Omi to slot machine pull mechanic. And
what if your characters were the, like, you get 3 R2D2 golds, you win some MCP points. What if you could gamble MCP points that have no value? Couldn't they legally do that?
It's the payout.
That would be awesome.
I think it's the payout that becomes more of an issue if that has any monetary value.
Yeah, but if you play a game and you win, like, I'm trying to think, like, I play this game My Vegas, which gives you after you play, you get gold coins. Those gold coins can be exchanged for like physical stuff or discounts or whatever. I don't pay anything into it. I get to win those coins. I've used it to get a free hotel in Vegas before. I mean, to me, I think they could do it. Like, it would have to be MCP points because there's no monetary value, right? Like, you could use them to get a drop, and there were a couple times you had to spend some MCP points to get something, I think.
Oh my God, you just gave me a fucking bro. How sick would that be?
Let's hear it.
So the drop they're still at 11, right? 11 a.m. Eastern?
Eastern time. Yeah, Eastern time, yeah.
So remember we used to talk about instead of the wait list, we have a fight list? Right? So the fight list, I still think that should be a thing. That would be freaking hilarious. And just everybody in the VeVeverse just pummeling the shit out of each other and the white list of the last 1,000 people standing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I guarantee, chat, you look over at fucking BE's fucking character, he's going to be cowering in a fucking corner somewhere underneath the desk. And while Cobra's going to be out there doing his fucking dirty work. But all right, so my idea would be almost like, remember the movie, remember Hunger Games? Where they're like lined up trying to get their food and stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure.
It's just all degenerate VeVe users lined up at a slot machine. And one at a time, you got to walk up and pull it to see if you get whitelisted.
I mean, that would be fun. Like, it would add an aspect that would be kind of fun.
It would add some sort of gamification to make you show up and actually, again, be interactive. You know what I'm saying? Like, gamification does not mean a video game. Okay, again, HRO has proven that. Any sort of competition. So even like if you ever watch like a big Twitch streamer or YouTuber or whatever, they have like the top donation up on the screen. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I've talked to you about this off camera, but it's all a competition. It's all playing with like people's egos and psyches on, in chat. Like, oh, well, if this guy donated 5, I got a bigger dick. I can donate 6, or I can come up over the top and put 10. You know what I'm saying? It's gamification. You're gamifying it, creating some sort of interaction, which is driving engagement, which is in turn making it fun. And that's what life is about, man. We should be having fucking fun, dude.
Yeah, I completely agree. We want to go and for everything, even on Cryptoids, and we're ambassadors for them. I want to go beyond the block. I'm excited. Now, they did say something's coming soon with the game. I may or may not love the game, but it's another move. But like, I'm excited about the stuff, but it would be nice if stuff came sooner than later. Like, I understand delays and all of that stuff. I'm not a coder. You are, so you certainly understand it way more than most people. But we know this stuff can be done, right? And I don't even, is it expensive? I mean, obviously you can't have like a cheap program, but, and I'm not talking about VeVeverse stuff because I understand the issues with that.
There's 2 ways you can go about it, right? You can do what most people do nowadays is a cookie cutter Unreal Engine reskin. All right, think like Alluvium. When Alluvium came out with their stuff and it was nothing, I'm like, I can make that shit overnight. you know, with a UE5 demo and just change some assets around. Like, it's not that hard.
Right.
You know, that's how most people make most games nowadays, which you can tell instantly when you play it. Or, yeah, you can spend a little more money. You can hire someone with actual coding knowledge who can create some sort of actual, you know, UI that doesn't look exactly like every other game, can create some sort of, you know, interaction system or even like an inventory system that doesn't exist normally, right? Like,
Right.
all these things have to be coded and handcrafted, which they do cost money. But here's the biggest problem, and agree or disagree maybe, but the problem with Web3 gaming or crypto gaming in general, and it's a problem that Web2 gaming doesn't have, right? Take a game like Madden NFL, right? Just a game everybody
Right.
knows, right? You basically buy Madden because it's got, you know what? Maybe that's not even a good idea because they rehash Madden. I'm sure people are going to be like, oh, Madden sucks. And they're probably right. Let's take a game like God of
Like
War.
every
Just take
season they change the controller.
Yeah,
that drove
just-
me nuts.
Use a game like God of War, for example, which has like a longer development time from Sony, right? Couple
Right.
years. You don't see that game from day one. They might show you like a little cinematic preview, but that's all you see. And then you'll find like the game comes out, right? And like it'd be like another preview before it comes out, and you can buy it.
Right.
Because there's closed development cycles, there's closed testing, there's, you know, publishers and developers involved, right? But with Web3 gaming, what happens? How does it go? Oh, hot new game coming out, pre-order our token, buy early access, right? So what happens is you have people that hold these developers at hostage and they hold them accountable, and
Right.
sometimes unrealistically. Again, coming from someone who does code, who has been a lead tester with Ubisoft and EA, who's been part of these meetings and who's run QA, you know, testing groups, like, I understand how this shit goes from top to bottom.
Right.
And people are out there. Remember that guy? Who's that guy we talked to that was running his mouth? You don't hear about him anymore. Shit. We had him on the show.
Cavell?
No. He was that coder guy that was going after that.
Kitty.
No, he was going after those Eco Earth guys. Remember? He was like that. Shit, I can't remember this fucking guy's name. We talked to him, man. I was gaslighting him, trying to tell him I wanted to talk to him more so I can fucking roast the shit out of him.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
this
I
guy.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about now. The blonde hair, kind of like
Yeah,
funky.
that dude was out there running his mouth like he had a fucking clue.
And
I
you're
didn't
like,
really have
you're
time.
like, he has no clue what he's talking.
I didn't have time to rake him over the fucking coals like on this show, but I really wanted to set up like a one-on-one with him to kind of put him in his place. But I think he understood I had way too much knowledge for him, and he just, you know, quickly fucking ignored me. But, you know, and that's usually what happens, right? When you start calling people out, you start showing people the light, they get scared and, you know, whatever. But
Of course.
But the point is,
wait a
man,
second,
like,
you know what you're talking about?
yeah, but the point is, man, like when it comes to NFT gaming, Web3 gaming, it's out in the open. Like everything that they do, every step along the way, right? You've seen it with Muzz personally. No, not Bob Sales. I love Bob. You know, it's just
Yeah, Bob's awesome.
I don't understand how you can have a 3 to 5, 6, 7 year video game development cycle out in the open from an NFT game or a Web3 game. Because again, they're going to hold you too accountable. They're going to expect too much. They're going to deplete all the funds even before the game comes out. And when the game comes out, it's just like a shell of its former self running on fumes, almost like a Zed Run type of deal.
Right.
You know?
Well,
so
let me see if this shows up here. Will this show up? Okay, I want you to take a look at my game and tell me if this would be a good Web3 game. I don't know if you saw this. Let's see if we can do this right here.
Hey, you
here,
start
watch,
tagging me and shit.
go watch this. Here we go.
I mean, your hit detection's already trash. I mean, look at him fucking landing on the car, not even creating a fucking accident. Jesus, B. Yeah, I taught you better than this. See, look, that's hit detection right there with the explosion.
Come on, you know that's the best game ever. You don't like that one?
No, I love it actually. And again, simple, basic. You think I'm being funny, but simple, basic shit. Look at Flappy Bird, dude.
Oh yeah, but Flappy Bird's fun. That's actually, I mean,
Flappy
I don't
Bird
like
is
it
a
anymore, but
stupid, simple gameplay
it
loop
really is,
where
but
you're
it's fun.
constantly trying to beat your high score. What was another game I used to play called Doodle Jump? Yo, Doodle Jump. If you ever played that,
never heard.
it's like this little green springy guy, all right? And
But you know, sometimes these stupid little games are the ones that do the best, right?
well, yeah, because humans have very short attention spans, majority of them. So they just want quick in and out stuff. Somebody said it in chat. It was Kryptoni. You know, he's like, Muzzle Run was even more complicated. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
people
It
don't
was very
want complicated. Like,
no, they want
Kryptoni is the
easy.
reason that they invented the Whippet dogs, right? Like, get a Whippet dog, get lucky, get a good roll, send them out there on the track and be somebody, right? Like,
Right.
that's all you got to do. You don't have to dial them in. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to learn the rabbits, right? And all that stuff, which not only is, I can agree, is a overly complicated system that could probably use some refining.
Right.
I think, like, even now that my uncle still plays, the fact of him fucking hitting me up for fucking rabbits, I'm like, we still can't find a way to get fucking rabbits into the game. Like,
Right.
why do I have to be bothered with going, like, hitting up people on the private fucking DMs, like rabbit dealers and shit? Like, it makes no sense.
Right. But there are simple, like, yeah, Dane K. I used to play. I forgot the name. But there's so many fun old games that I like. Let's see what Big A said. That little game development clip Cryptoys showed a few months ago looked pretty fun. What about this here? I've got one more here. Here's another video game. Tell me which one you like better. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can find this. Very good production team. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Tell me what you think about this game. Let me take this off. Are you ready? Here we go.
Okay. Okay, two things here. One, this game is no Throgger, first and foremost. Second of all, why is it called Flippy's Flip Out and the man didn't do one fucking flip the entire game?
That's a good question because that is not something I know how to do with the software I have.
You can't just set a pivot point and then rotate around
actually,
the pivot?
there is actually a way to do it through the animation tool, but
oh shit, the McFarlane cows. You going for that? Probably not, I'm assuming.
Didn't it already happen?
Apparently they're selling out pretty quick though.
I'm done. I'm waiting for my my action comic #1 on Candy, and that's pretty much it off app. Unless there's like the crypto stuff, I am interested in the NASCAR. Being in the Midwest, I know how popular they can be. I'm just interested if we can get the older folks, get them in with their kids. I'm curious. I don't know if that's going to bring people in, but it might. All right, let's see here. Let's see what Kryptoni said. Okay, not a good day for me. I miss Cause McFarlane, and I still don't have my crypto or my Omi. I'm done today. Going to the studio. What's the name of the song, Kryptoni, that you're gonna make? I feel like we need a crypto song like "You Suck" or something like. Let me know. And are you working on the other song we talked about the other day, Mr. Idiotic? Sorry, I really want Kitty Pryde to be Tom Holland's Spidey new girlfriend in MCU. When's that?
I have no idea what any of that means.
Well, I don't know when the next thing's coming out. Next movie. Cows are going. Is there another cow today? God damn it! I'm happy for them. Rugged. Yeah, Kryptoni was there at the beginning. He's gotten rugged on every drop on that thing. I never did McFarlane. I never did the McFarlane stuff. I think I tried once and I didn't get it. So, yeah, it's just so much money that you can spend on these things, and I'm just not willing to do it. Let's see, a song named Rugged. I mean, why not? I can't wait. Are you going to do that for Chris Brown or are you going to do it for Eminem? You should have, Mo, you missed it. It was the most amazing conversation. It was Bruin 88 and Kryptoni talking about Bruin's like, yeah, I got to hang out with Stevie Wonder and I sang a song, and Kryptoni's like, I got to meet God and I sang a song. It was crazy. They're just like name dropping. And I'm like, I met Louis Anderson, a fat comedian like that. It was pretty interesting. The stories they have, they could write a book about it. Let's see. The new Eminem is fun. Yes. Let's see. Peter and Kitty.
I love the new Eminem stuff, bro. His new fucking beats are fire.
Who's producing his stuff? Is it?
It's Dre again.
Is it? Oh, okay. I mean,
you can tell it's Dre if it doesn't sound like circus music, because all the fucking Eminem shit sounded like circus beats. It always reminded me of, man.
I heard some of his really early stuff before that, like 95. It was not very good.
Oh, the original Eminem shit,
before, yeah, like.
Oh God! Oh my God!
Yeah.
What the fuck was?
Yeah, I forgot the name.
I want to say Imagine. It's not Imagine, though. Fuck. Kryptoni probably knows it though.
There you go. Tupac told me I was going to make a big impact in music years ago. Well, it had to be years ago. It'd have to be 1998 or before, right? Or 96 or before. That's pretty cool.
Infinite, yes, thank you.
Infinite. There you go.
Yes.
Thanks, Alejandro. I sat across the bar from Richard Resendez for hours once too. I mean, I wish I could have talked to Tupac. Yeah, I don't know
what
a
lot
to
of people.
say.
I never met him.
Yeah, you did meet a lot of people because you did like the stuff at the concerts. I know Shelby Cobra's sister meets a lot. Her longtime boyfriend used to do security for the Rams, and he would actually guard the floor, not just like when they're at hotels. He would not only guard the floor, he would from people coming in, he'd guard it from them leaving because they weren't allowed to leave after like 10 or something. And if they left, he'd have to call the manager and get him in trouble. But he said that was a lot of fun. Got to meet a lot of famous football players. Yeah, I don't have any good stories.
I think Snoop was probably the coolest one because
that would be cool for sure.
He was doing a show at Mountain View Shoreline Amphitheater in Northern Cali, and he was with Slightly Stupid, also another good group. And I don't know. We were unpacking T-shirts probably around like 10 a.m. because we used to do early check-in.
Right.
And probably like around 1 or 2, we see this dude, right, that we didn't work with us, like snooping around. Obviously worked with Snoop, but this dude's like looking around and shit, and we're like, something suspicious going on here, right? But early in the morning, one of the other guys found a huge bag of weed in one of the T-shirt fucking boxes. And instead of like saying something, they like smoked it all, bro. So this guy is like fucking looking around trying to find the weed, and he's like, so me and my boy Sean were like, yo, can we help you? He's like, hey, you guys find any bud? And at the time, we didn't find it, so we were like, no, of course, whatever. He's like, yo, we got no bud back here on the bus. And because he sees me and my boy just like getting roasted, you know what I mean? So we're like, all right, fuck. So we go back and we're like looking around. So I ask people, he's like, shit. He's like, yo, that was some fire weed. He's like, I smoked it. Like, fuck. So we go back. We're like, yeah, couldn't find it. The guy's like, yo, we can get weed. So we were at Shoreline, and we were at a hotel about 45 minutes away, maybe half hour. And the guy's like, yo, he's like, we'll pay you out the ass. He's like, somebody's got to go get us weed right now. Because you had to have a medical card, you know what I'm saying, at that time out in Cali. Right. So those guys probably traveling didn't really have it. And so we go back to our boss, Nicole, and we're like, hey, we got to go buy weed for Snoop Dogg and his freaking group. And she's like, all right, be quick. Me and my homie, bro, fucking fly, get in the car. We're flying, dude. Fucking go pick up weed, come back to the tour bus, get in the bud. They would not let us smoke with Snoop, though. That was like the bullshit.
Oh, yeah, that's like, bullshit. That would have been so cool.
Like,
you should have gotten that as a tip. Like, I wouldn't even want any money. Just give me a second to get high with him, right?
I just wanted to smoke with him, but they were like, hey, so obviously we went in the tour bus, we hung out for a little bit, so that was cool. And he was actually a really cool dude, and Kryptoni can probably vouch for this, because most of these people, assholes, don't want to be bothered. That's how it was. We met Gwen Stefani. She was a fucking bitch and a half.
Oh yeah, I saw her in concert, but I did not get to meet her.
Yeah, she was a bitch. We met Beyonce. Beyonce was mad cool, bro. Let me tell you something. Beyonce, I don't think people give her a bad rap, but if they did, man, she was probably one of the kindest, bro, one of the kindest fucking people, not only that we met working the tours, there was like a group of girls behind the Oakland Coliseum after we got done. We used to hang out. And at the time, she was doing like this YouTube thing, like sending a video and she'll play it on tour or something. So me and my boy Sean saw the video during the concert. So Sean, they're in the tour bus and he's like, hey, he's like, record this dance. Bro, he starts doing like this funny Beyonce dance and fucking the window just comes down, bro. And fucking Beyonce, Jay-Z, the whole fucking committee's in there, bro. And they start laughing, bro. They go out the back parking lot. And these girls like hitting the bus. And most of the time, they try to drive through these fucking people, right? Yeah, they don't give a shit. So. Bro, they stop the tour bus. Beyonce gets off the bus, stops, signs autographs, whatever, right? I'm saying 45 minutes. Like,
wow.
Outside
you would
the
think they'd
area.
Be annoyed. You think they'd be annoyed by shit like that, right?
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying, bro. But like, it's so cool when you meet people like that. And like I said, Gwen Stefani was like, hey, Where people were like, "Yo, Gwen's coming down the hallway. Everybody's got to turn around, face the wall."
Oh, you've told me about that with some other people. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a
dude.
known thing. Like, don't make eye contact. They
It's
don't
fucking
want to feel bad that
crazy.
they don't want. That's bullshit. By the way, just real quick to get caught up here. So I was reading
Yeah,
the Kryptoni. I shot a video in Andre Rison's house a day before she burnt it down. Yep, left eye. I remember that. I remember he's been shot.
Left
I
eye,
knew he'd
yep.
been shot. Like, he's done more in his life than I have in mine. Let's see. I escaped a dope raid in Michigan. Like, my life sucks. Oh, by the way, okay, G43 gold and silver version 1 logo holders getting Nick Walter Elmont X gold or silver grenade at SDCC on Friday. Well, I won't be getting that. Thank you, G43. My voice is on Michael Jackson remix, and I did the music. I met Mariah Carey. I mean, you've met everyone. I've already known that you've met. Have you met Nick Cannon? And by the way, how many kids does he have? I don't know. I'm asking for a friend. But yeah, I mean, you're a musician, obviously, and you're a lyricist. You write music for major artists. So yes, you're going to get to meet them. Me, on the other hand, I don't get to meet anyone. I don't. But one of these is I'm going to get to meet you, and that will be just as good. Rip to version 2 logo. How about rip to my $800 last mint secret rare red VeVe logo? And you got one of those on the drop too, didn't you?
Who, me?
Yeah, didn't you get the red one on the drop?
Yeah, I still have it. Well, we get something for it?
Oh, I thought you sold it. No, you should have
No.
sold it. Oh, I thought you sold it.
Why would I sell it? I believe in VeVe.
Oh, he worked with Nick Cannon.
It also never hit my price point, but that's a whole different story.
Yeah, well, it might, but it could be a little while. Yep. What's up, Greedy One? We're just talking famous people that everyone else has met and not me. I've not met. I mean, I've met football players that went to my high school that became professional football players, but nobody like really big. I'm a complete loser. Rob Cooks, I work as wardrobe on MTV's Wild One Out. Really? So I met Nick a bunch of times over the years. That's really cool. So now I've just realized that my life sucks.
Yeah,
and there's Big
meeting.
A who's still waiting for $1,000. He's waiting for that. And of course, Big A rents his car out to major movie studios. I mean, geez, I quit.
One of the funniest people I think we met was me and my girl. We met Mark McGrath. So my homie that I was telling you about stories from Cali.
Oh yeah.
He was on tour with Queensryche, and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in New York or whatever." And he's like, "I'm doing a pit stop," and I guess fucking like Sugar Ray was playing that the day my boy was off. So he was at the I'm a doxed, it doesn't really matter, but I was at the arena basically where we have the shows here on Long Island. And dude, he's like, "Yo, come around the back to the bus and meet me." All right, he's like, "I'll take off a couple minutes." And fucking, we go to the back door, and this dude taps on my shoulder. He's like, "Hey, can I get in?" I turn around, bro, and I'm like, "Yes, no problem, buddy." And I realize, I'm like, "Wait a second, you fucking Mark McGrath, bro?" It's fucking Mark McGrath, you know, the fucking I want to fly, with like this weird puffy gray coat, a fucking like a visor, a hat, and just bro, just like it looks so weird. I had like double take of who the fuck it was, but I was like, we let him in, and I'm like, that's fucking Mark McGrath. That was just a random ass encounter with Mark McGrath. It was just
that is kind of random, isn't it?
But
by the
turns
way,
out he's actually mad chill.
Oh, I believe he's mad chill. Let's just go take a look at him.
311.
Now.
They were on tour with 311.
Ooh, I would like that. I would like that too. Here
they
he
were
is
cool
right
guys.
Now. Look at how old he looks. Oh my god.
Who's that, Mark McGrath?
Yeah. Look at that. He's like 90.
Yep.
He's probably a little bit. Oh, 1968. All right. Thank God. He's got 8 years on me. Jeez, we're getting old, dude.
But imagine this again. So this is probably 10 years ago now, anyway. But 10 years ago, and again, this dude wearing like, he must have been just trying to blend in, obviously, but like just wearing this like a puffy coat and like a visor, dude. It was so fucking weird.
I'm hearing weird noises. I don't know what that was. Maybe I'm gonna die live on stream.
Your noises on my end?
No, on my end. It sounds like somebody's drilling or something like. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't die.
Yeah, don't die.
It could be the Cobra. I don't know. It's weird. By the way, if you're just joining, I got rugged by VeVe only because we were supposed to have the comic book drop, and they waited until later today. So unfortunately, I'm probably not going to do it. I'll probably just put the minty fresh numbers out. But tomorrow is going to be big. What did you think about my teaser videos? Did you like those?
They were good. Well done.
By the way, did you see here, since you haven't like seen all my crappy stuff? You know how they have Ron English, right? Ron English does all the art and stuff. So he did some art the other day. I'm trying to see if I can find it. And I actually made a song. Let's see, where the hell is this thing? I'm never going to find it now. But you saw in the video, you saw a little disc, Johnny French. That was his long lost secret brother. But I got to see if I can find the damn thing. Oh my God, where is it? See if you think it's funny. Yeah, most of these have not been funny. Maybe this is it. Hold on, let's see if this is it. No, it's not the right one. There's one. Okay, hold on. I got to see if I can find it. This is pissing me off. Is this it? No. That's the song. I'm never going to find it. I need to start using folders. That would be the first thing that I need to start doing. But I hate folders. I just like to have this stuff just all over the place so I can't find it. Especially live on
video organize anything.
I know. Get out of here, fly. There's like a fruit fly in here. What the fuck? That's the final CD. It's not. Hey, I'll just pull this up. Fuck it. It's not the final one. But anyways, open with. Let's see if I can get this on here. I'll find the one because it has me in it. And of course, it's funnier with me in it because I look funny. This is it here. Johnny, he has Illusionville, Johnny French, Illusionville, the Capybara. Actually, there is this little rat thing. It's called a capybara. And they're huge. These like huge rodents. Disgusting.
I have one. I have a capybara in my NFT Pokemon game.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What are the fucking chances? What are the chances? I guess it's more popular. I'm gonna see if I can find the other one. But anyway, so that was that. I don't know where it is, but that was the CD in that. Yeah, it still takes a long time even to do a shitty video. I've still not figured out how to do it. I've done some how badly can AI fuck up my story. I don't think you've seen those. Those are pretty funny. I don't know if I have any on here. I don't think I do. I'll have to send you some of them at some point.
Actually, good segue. So I'm working on a new show. I have my boy Troy is gonna be one of the guests. Oh, actually, judges really. But so AI's Got Talent. It's a working title. Or AI America's Got Talent. So like do America's Got Talent, but then slide the I in there. I don't know how I pronounce it, but right. So the idea, the premise of the show would just be for us to get together, get fucked up, drunk, stoned, whatever, have a good time, and just use different AIs, different LLMs, and have it do random tasks like make music or create something.
Like have the chat like make stuff with you or make suggestions or spin it on a wheel?
Yeah, so we could do like a Whose Line Is It Anyway type of gig with chat and have them do like, hey, give us this. They can vote on, a who, what, where, when, a why, or whatever.
Right.
And then, we can actually take that into different AI modules and, have it create, again, songs or whatever the case might be. And then run competitions, against each other. Now, obviously, there's not really anything on the line. Because it's just AI and they don't deserve anything. But
right.
It's
still kind of a fun idea. No, I like that because I had actually thought about doing something where the chat, we make a song and then you come up with the words. You say, all right, let's come up with 3 words and then we're going to tell AI to make a song about it. It could be funny. It could be actually horrible. I just don't know.
Well, more than likely be a train wreck.
Right, it probably would be a train wreck. Absolutely.
I've actually done it on stream a few times, but what I like to do with the AI music, because if you just let AI do its thing, it's pretty generic and you can kind of tell. But what I've learned, I don't know if Kryptoni tried this, but it's kind of fun. I have a lot of unfinished beats or music that I just will never do anything with.
Right.
So I'll just take like the intro and then like the hook part of it, take the chorus and just take that by itself, isolate it, and then feed that into AI and let it learn and build off of it. And I'll tell you right now, not only does it come up with some really, really cool shit.
Oh, I'm sure.
It doesn't really sound like a lot of AI music because it's not going to the normal, prompting type things. It's actually building off of an audio sample. So it's pretty neat. It really likes to have like a drum beat with like an arp, like an arpeggiator or something like that. So
right.
You just
and you know what you're doing. That's what makes it even better.
Yes,
It's
if you know any sort of musical theory with like scales or anything like that, you can actually play with that too and have fun.
Oh, absolutely. Let's see. At this rate, you may as well stay on until no. It's like I'd have to be on until 1. I'm not going to do that. What's the point? I mean, I guess I could, but that wasn't the the plan.
I mean,
is
I'm up
not to do.
$139, so you do your thing.
I cannot believe that you're up that much. I need to be playing too. I'm trying to find this freaking the funny one that Shelby Cobra basically wrote. The AI. Oh, where the babe? I got to find it. I need to. I'm now going to put stuff in freaking folders. This is ridiculous. Let's see. AI fucked up my story. The weightlifting. I don't even know which one this is. Let's see which one this is. Is this? Oh, okay. No, was this it? Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is you're probably not going to think it's funny, but let's go ahead and just pull it up because what else do I have to do here?
You'd be
All
a
right, so
horrible
this-
salesman, you know that? But you're not
Yeah.
really going to want to buy this product. But here, let me try to sell it to you.
Yeah, actually, I was a very good salesman because yeah, I'm not trying to sell myself though, but yeah, actually, I was good because whenever I talk to gatekeepers, because I normally only dealt with distributors and stuff, I'd give them free stuff. I'd only call them when I had discounts, and I made a lot of money because they were happy to hear from me. That's what you have to do. You got to make it so they're happy to hear from me. All right, so here you go. Here's the video. Let's get this up here. All right, you ready? Here we go. Let's see, this is.
Oh, you guys still separate whites and colors? What is this, the fucking 60s? I just learned if you just do it with cold water, they don't run. I don't give a shit if my my socks are a little fucking tinted. People looking at my feet, we got a whole nother set of problems.
Oh, yuck.
Damn, Cobra retracted a message? That must have been bad. For her to filter herself? Jeez.
I know. She sent me to the basement. Look at that.
Oh, for real. Darwin.
Oh my god. Oh Lord. Going for those cheap. I don't remember. Like that wasn't the one. That was not the one that she did. I'll have to find the other one. She did a really funny one. Hers are funny, mine are not. But like AI, it's fun. It's fun to play with it because you just never know what it's going to do. Is this the one? Hold on.
Oh, wait till the AI videos start becoming commonplace because they're pretty fucking wild. Have you seen some of these?
Oh, yeah, I have. That's why. But that's why I did. I'm going to do one more, and this will be because Kryptoni's in this one. All right, hold on. Okay, I don't know what the hell's going on. Somebody's drilling or whatever. All right, here's the last one.
These are AI generated videos because it looks like some stock footage with just like words on
it. Well, it's actually it's AI finds the footage and puts it in. And then sometimes I add some stuff in the background. So
no, I mean like AI generated video where you could say like
100%
like a fish riding a bicycle would actually have a fish riding a fucking bicycle.
Yeah. I have seen, and I need to get more into that. This is just what with the cap cut that
I don't think we can get access to that. It's like super limited from what I understand, but it's out there.
It's somebody's using it. All right, here's this real quick. This is I think the one that Shelby Cobra did.
Yeah, most people have an O face. You have a B face.
Just a smirk.
You an astronaut out, but that's your B face right there.
I know. Jesus. Oh my God. I love the fact that I'm like a 12-year-old. Yes, but yeah, the whole I gotta share a different screen. I gotta go back to here. But yeah, I need to get more. I was trying to do some funnier, just different stuff on the streams, like the video games and stuff to make it more interesting. And maybe I've succeeded. Was that it? Was also not mine, no sound. Oh, you couldn't hear that? I guess or could you not hear that, Mo?
I can't listen to it, or else it's like doubled on my end.
Oh, okay. I guess nobody heard the sound. I don't know if they heard it on the other one. But if you don't hear the sound, well, then it's completely worthless. Anyway, so that's what I tried.
Oh, that's why I was reading the subtitles. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, no. There's actual like, and it's of course in like a robot thing. Let's see. Can you believe I still have not got my really? I don't. This is from the Omi thing, but you already put in your you gave him your password. You know, that's the other thing. Do I really want to give Bitforex of my passport photo? And I just don't know. Is that worth the $580 worth of Omi or whatever I have in there?
I got my shit out there when I had the chance.
Well, they just opened it up again. So they just opened up yesterday to get your stuff out. So did you hear what happened? I mean, basically they were taken by the Chinese police. And then they had to convince them to like reopen it. It came out of my account already too. Oh, I hate. Yeah, it's the scary thing waiting for your money, because even if you think you did everything right, you still could have effed it up. By the way, it looks like the Stanley, the lowest I saw was 19. Somebody just had it for 25 and it was picked up. So it looks like 30 is the floor. Actually, if you look at the prices for these and you sell this for 25 and you sell the poster for, let's say, 40, which it looks like that might be the price, you're only paying, I don't know, a few bucks for the hoodie. 35 bucks for the hoodie. Not too bad. I think they're shipping on it too. Let's see. They want us to show our passport after they rug us. Why do they think we should trust them? I know. I'm kind of worried about it. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't think there's no way I'm waiting until 1 o'clock. I'm disappointed that I have to miss it because oh my God, we got 96 votes, 20% going for it. And there's nothing to go for yet. I'm trying to see if I have any messages. Yeah, like I don't understand what the heck happened. Let's see. Uh-oh. Just reading something real quick. Let's see why the plan is still on for. Okay, perfect. Just making sure we're still on with Fromy. I guess he had a hiccup. Yeah, I don't understand why the they can't change times like that, right? Like you can't change. I mean, this should have been known that this was going to be an issue, that they had too many drops. But to change the time at the last minute, unless, I mean, I understand it probably was a mistake from the beginning.
Yeah, it must have been.
But like not even giving me 24-hour notice, because then I would have been like, okay, do I go on? Maybe I wouldn't have gone on early and I could have slept in.
The co-rank and let you sleep in.
Yeah, she doesn't, because she doesn't like it, because I don't let her sleep in because I get up. So she's like, F you, and makes a lot of noise when she gets up. Should I sue Bitforex? If this is a refund, shouldn't I get the amount I put in? LOL. Yeah, well, at least you're getting it. Let me know when you finally get it, because that will be, because you had millions. I know Fromy had millions. I did not have millions.
Millions.
Yeah,
bro. I found the sickest remix. You know the song I Can See Clearly Now?
Oh yeah, of course.
Like a fucking just like a dance EDM upbeat version. Yo, this remix is fire, dude. I'll send it to you.
This is what you just made?
No, I didn't make it. It's just
Oh, okay.
what else made it. I just
By the way, this whole lawyer fee stuff. So, well, it would because it's international. You might remember this, Big A. I don't know, Mo. Maybe you remember this, but some lady had an issue with one of those first Leaf Honda batteries. I don't know if there was a warranty on it or whatever, but the thing sucked, right? The battery went bad early and they wouldn't do anything. So, of course, going against Honda is not cheap. And how do you do it? How do you go against a big corporation and screw them? Well, what she did, she took them to small claims court and she totally screwed them over. They literally, because you're not, you can have a lawyer there, you can't, you got to speak for yourself, right? Like, so they lost. The end story was they lost. I think they had to get, there's a minimum. I think in Missouri it's like shit. It's like 3,000. Most states it's like 6 to 10,000. But yeah, you can sometimes take places to small claims court. Of course, most of them have small print that says if you don't like what they did, you got to go to arbitration. So that kind of sucks. Man, this whole space needs lotion. Yeah, I'm probably.
oh yeah, it's like a rub one out.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get out of here soon because I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna prepare for tomorrow. I'm disappointed on the comic. Oh, I don't really want to do the comic. I mean, nobody's gonna like show up anyways for the comic. Tomorrow's the big one. Like Mo, if you're gonna go for one, the Wolverine, it's 40 gems. Have you seen this?
Wait, a comic is 40 gems?
No. Sorry, it's a collectible. It's a collectible.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It is.
Yeah. No, wait. Okay, so it's brown suit, right? It does supposedly can control the claws, retract them, whatever. And you've got 3 versions. You got the chaser. I love them adding the chaser. The 150.
I like how they're all animated.
550. Yeah, they're all animated.
What do you know?
And then, of course, 1980. So, I feel like they got the price right. Pretty close on the mint size. But, as they lower the price, the value of these. So, I don't know if these are going to be worth 20 or 30. It's going to be interesting. I don't know where they're going to end up. Maybe let me know in chat what you guys think and gals think. If it's 40, I'm assuming they'll be worth at least 20. Somebody's hammering. All right. It must be the neighbor. Anyways, $40. I think it might be more around 27 is where I think these are going to land. Not financial advice, but of course, then if you get the Ultra with only 550, which I think will have value with only 550 of Wolverine, more people are going to want that. And of course, this with only 150 should be worth a lot, in my opinion. Not financial advice. Of course, this is not FA, right? It's a con exclusive, but it's not his first appearance. So keep that in mind. Let's see what people are saying. A bunch of bitter people in crypto that has at some point got scammed or finessed and are here to pass the pain on to you. Right, exactly. Yeah, everything has arbitration now. Even buying my car a few months ago, I had to sign arbitration clause. Yeah, most have the arbitration clause because they know you'll get screwed. Either way, I'd rather have arbitration though because it's cheaper than going to court. You still have to get a lawyer, but it's not as long. This is why crypto will take so long to boom. Yep, I completely agree. So are you going to go for this? What do you think?
If you buy it for me.
I'm barely going to buy it for myself.
A cold day in San Diego before VeVe gets any more of my money. I'll tell you that much.
Well, there you go. But I think this will be a fun drop. I think
Have I mentioned I'm racing 47 horses at the moment?
That's what you told me last time. Oh, like right this second you are. Yeah, I knew you had that
this season.
Many. Yeah, I knew you had a lot.
I need some of ours to fucking at least make some goddamn money.
Right.
Jesus, man.
Man, I wish I freaking mined Bitcoin 12 years ago. What was I thinking? A $20,000 investment for 2 computers. I don't remember what the time was. I was trying to think of this, what the time, and maybe Big A would remember. So we're talking about 2012. I feel like it was 2 days to mint a Bitcoin at that time. I could be completely wrong though. Could have been 5 hours, could have been a day, could have been a whole week. I think it was pretty reasonable. The question is, at what point would have I sold it all? There's no way I would have waited until it got to 70, but I would have kept a couple. I certainly would have kept at least a couple in case it was worth anything. I don't know. Do you remember that? Let's see.
Dude,
If you,
I remember Voxen trying to sell me on the fucking Bitcoin dream and then all this digital currency. And back then, I was like, I mean, shit, I was lucky I could afford to fucking get up every day. I was like, yeah, I gotta go to the real world, bro. I gotta work in the real world.
right,
I
exactly.
ain't got no time for fucking the digital fake fucking currency, but here we are.
All right, so 2012 was still CPU mining, but went to ASIC pretty quick afterwards. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking. It was actually right before. It was like November of 2011, I think. I don't remember exactly, but I'm so upset I didn't do it. I had a guy I went to camp with. It was actually his father owned the camp, and he was talking about it. So I looked into it, and boy, was I a dummy. Bitcoin don't count. Yeah, Bitcoin.
You know,
does
it's
not.
a long motherfucking time ago when the story starts with someone I knew from camp.
Right, exactly.
I don't think I've ever heard somebody start a story with, unless it was one time at band camp.
No, this is overnight camp. This is overnight camp. But I knew the kid. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Does that make me a bad person? I went to camp.
What took place at these camps?
It was overnight. My parents got rid of me for 2 months.
Did you guys play like closest to the cookie, stuff like that?
No, I'm sure there were people that did disgusting things like that. No, there was no weird stuff. But that's actually where I met all the famous people I know that are like economists and shit like that. It was an overnight camp. I think my cousin said he just sent his kid there. It's, I think, $9,000 for the summer now. And it's like basic ass, like cabins, no air conditioning. But it's an expensive place to go. But most people that go there were from Chicago. But yeah, anyways, that's why I trusted the information I was hearing, because I knew they probably knew what they were talking about. Should have done it. Chinese, when people like crypto, I have no clue of what Big A is talking about. 2012. Oh, about making them. All right, let's see. 0.5 Bitcoin a day on CPU beginning 2012 sounds right, but I didn't mind till 5 years later, and still was a good thing. But I guess if I put as much time into crypto as I do music, I would have this problem. Well, you know what? Your music's fun, you enjoy it, and I'm sure you do very well, and you can't be upset about that. Right? Plus, if you have any real estate in California, isn't like a little shack worth at least $1 million? Like, I couldn't imagine living in Florida. Like, if I was lucky enough to, let's say, inherit a house in California, I would, maybe I'd live in it for a while, and then when I retired, I'd sell it and move to Montana. Look what we got here. We got O'Milly here. Salute to everyone. Good luck on all these drops. O'Milly, are you doing a space for the comic drop? Because they changed the time. So I was going to do the comic this morning and got changed. I don't think I'm going to do it. So if you're going to do it and you put a tweet out, you can tag me and I'll send that out so everyone knows where to go. Today is fun. But anyways, yeah. Oh, but it's crazy. These places where your house is just skyrocket. I think like even in Chicago, that's happened. I talked to a friend who like spent $350,000 for a house that's worth $660,000. I feel like I'd leave. If I had, a house, eventually I would. I mean, because you can live for so much cheaper everywhere else. And plus in California, don't they have a luxury tax for houses? I think you have to, if it's over like 5 million, I think you got to pay extra.
But I ain't trying to step over fucking homeless and fucking, homeless fucking droppings everywhere, bro. It's like having fucking like pet geese around. I don't know if you ever grew up with like a park or anything. You walk around, you're trying to avoid like the fucking geese and all the shit. It's not even homeless people, man.
Yeah. No,
annoying as shit. And California is atrocious.
It's really bad. No, I got geese. I've got a little pond, lake, whatever the hell it is, in front of the house or townhome. Okay, O'Malley, yeah, just do that, because I'm not going to do it. I got a lot of stuff to do, and it kind of took me off guard that they changed the time. Super fun waiting on Polygon for hours. Yes, of course. And you'll never
find the article here, but because me and Steph have been looking at houses for a while and shit, but now is not a good time to buy a motherfucking house. It's like,
no, because until interest rates come down, right now nobody can get a loan. People think their
Oh,
houses
no,
are
we can
worth more
get
than
we
they
can get the
are.
loan. Well, that's the
Well,
problem.
you can get a
yeah.
loan, but the question is the percentage you're going to get. I mean, I don't know if this is true. I'm not an economist, but it looks like potentially we literally are going to land a soft landing on the economy, meaning interest rates are going to come down. There is no recession. If that's true, then, and even my financial advisor said that he's pretty sure that the interest rates are going to come down, which sucks for money markets, but it is what it is. If that comes down, that's going to bring the interest rates down. And then hopefully housing prices will meet up with that and it won't be crazy. But you're in New York. I can't imagine there's a cheap place anywhere near Manhattan.
That's what I'm saying. So like trying to buy a house here now, right? And because my whole mindset was like, hey, if we plan on moving and going to Florida in 15, 20 years anyway,
right?
Like, why am I going to buy a house in New York right now? I started looking into it, and like I said, there is some data on this. If you actually take into account, again, in New York, this may not be the same in fucking Oklahoma or Ohio,
or Missouri.
But here in New York,
right?
You know, renting, if you can find a good deal, renting is always gonna be the way to go because I don't got to pay the taxes. I don't. If anything breaks or whatever, I just have the landlord fucking fix it. I don't got to worry about retaining the value of the house, even if there is a fucking fucking market crisis and the bubble pops. Right? Like I don't have to worry about that either. I just let somebody else deal with the headaches. You know what I'm saying? And we planned on leaving anyway to go to a place that's historically cheaper.
Reasonably, yeah.
In Florida,
upstate New York. Oh, you're going to do
Florida.
Florida's not cheaper anymore these days, but there is a bubble there.
Cheaper than New York.
It's going to burst. Well, yeah, that's true. People like where my parents lived in the villages, that's swampland, and they sell these places for pretty much $500,000 plus, and they're not very big, and they get a lot of money. I'm like, the people from New York, they go sell their condo for $3 million, $4 million. They come down there, and for $2 million, they've got a huge, beautiful house on swampland. But yeah, no, absolutely, it is less than New York. I mean, I think I've said this before to you, but my great uncle, who was a financial advisor, made a lot of money. He always said renting's better than owning. In the end, owning's not worth it. But if you do, for instance, like what Big 8 does or whatever, and you're renting them out, I think there's utility in doing that, having your assets spread out. But yes, the headache of owning something. I mean, I've got I was telling Big 8 this, I've got a leak in my freaking wall here. Now it's a townhome, so the HOA is going to have to cover the leak, but I got my carpet in here, so now I got to claim that on my insurance because I cover everything inside. They got to cover everything outside. It's a pain in the effing ass, and it's just constant money.
Alejandro, I used to hang out in Ocala all the time, bro. Lake County, rise up. Holy shit, there's some horny fucking chicks over in Ocala. Dude.
Wait a second, is Ocala freaking cheap? I mean, I guess it is. I mean, that's just
like the
north
fucking
of the
sticks, bro. That's like the sticks.
I mean, that's where I'd go from the villages to go see a movie.
Ocala's the sticks, but to
anywhere,
get there,
to get
there, we were going through some crazy shit.
Yeah, no, Ocala is definitely cheap. I mean, it used to be if you got towards the water and you did, shit, I'm trying to think, where they do the sponges. I'm forgetting all the places from there up north. Used to be New Ritchie, Port New Ritchie, all that area used to be super cheap, and even now on the water it's expensive. But yeah, when you find out how to make crypto easier for the masses, more secure, it will boom. I completely agree. I'm with you, Kryptoni.
Well, that's why we need ETFs, and that's why we need easy way for people to get in through institutional fucking buys. And
everyone's trying to buy. Trust me.
Nobody likes to buy stocks, and they don't know how to buy stocks and gold and all that shit either. They fucking let a financial investor do it. But the problem is, without the ETFs and the fucking fucking bills and everything getting passed, right, with legislation, we're not going to be able to get that. We're not going to get the path forward there. So that's the shitty part.
Well, and here's another thing with Florida: you get one more big hurricane go through there. You're never going to be able to get insurance. You'll have to get citizens insurance, which is outrageous. That's run through the state. Florida has, you got to be careful. But they do build, if you get newer houses, they're built so well that they can withstand them right on the water. But you're still, insurance is going to be expensive. You want to be inland, but Ocala's inland. In my mind, I went through the first bubble in Florida and, from 2006, 2009, 10. And I can tell you, it feels like everything that happened then. I know there's different You know, they fixed a few things with the types of loans, 0 upfront loans, but they still have some crazy ass loans that they're giving out that I think are going to fuck up the market. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. But yes, I don't think owning necessarily is the big thing. I wish I would have heard this advice 5 years ago. Absolutely.
I hope Seth is tuning in because he's pretty adamant to just buy here in New York, and I think it's a horrible idea.
Yeah, I mean, we just don't know where the market's going. That's the problem. Where's it going? Yeah, destination 2024. Yeah, first of all, that is the retirement capital. You got a lot of older people moving there. Maybe
that's good because I'm getting old.
Right, me too. But like, especially the older, and let's say it's become, you know, pretty conservative there. So if you're in a liberal state and you want to move and you're older, that's the perfect place to go there, or Arizona, or any.
That's just a bigger selling point right there.
It's not for me, but I'm glad it is for you.
Get me out of this blue New York.
I just want to get out of like anywhere. So anywhere where it's just right in the middle. Owning a home is work, no doubt, but it's actually more expensive for me to rent where I'm at right now, even after property tax. Now, see, Red Hot Snacks, it does matter on the economy. There is a point where it's better to rent, and then there's a point like that happened to Shelby Cobra before we were dating. She had a place where she was renting, and for the same price she could own a condo. So there is sometimes that time where that gets closer. But some people
from what I'm looking at here in New York, now is not that time. That's why I feel like the way things are moving, like, do I really want to take that risk? I try to live more in the probable than the possible nowadays. You know?
Right. Why don't you just buy a big RV and live in that and move around, and that would be fun. Then you can just like be wherever. Find a remote job. She can teach. You know, they pay a lot in China for people to teach kids English, and you do not need to know Chinese.
That's the problem. None of this can take place until she's done teaching, because when you become a teacher, and I don't know if there's any teachers in this chat, she's got a pension, she's got tenure, she's got all this shit going on.
Yeah.
Where the second, if she were to leave her job in New York and go to Florida, not only does she lose all of it, but a lot of her credits and stuff won't roll over. She won't be able to teach the same classes. Like, it's actually kind of crazy when it comes to teaching, like, especially over a state line, as to how much really goes into that. So that's what I'm saying. So we're pretty much stuck here, you know, until that's done.
I
can make a couple million, you know, with the horses. Which, hey, six months ago, I thought I might have made $1 million by now. But
it's not out of the question. You're in a very good position there, so maybe it's not going to happen as fast. But
it doesn't seem anytime soon. But
it's not out of the realm, though. It's not like something crazy. By the way, it looks like the Kina Cameos Gold and Silver is at 2564. Just remember, there's going to be 7,740 of them. Let's see here. Red Hot Snacks. Insurance won't get cheaper either. In California, lots of insurance companies left, and State Farm is either going to be able to raise rates 30% or will leave California. In my condo association, I mean, there's 3 here, and ours has it's 3 in the one master. We have 150 units. It was almost $700 assessment because insurance went from, I think it was 125 or maybe it was 150 to like 316, and that was after everyone upgraded their electric from they put in the pigtails or whatever from aluminum to make it cheaper, and it was supposed to keep it around the same rate. It didn't. We got totally fucked. So condos are in trouble. That's a problem because in Florida condos are huge, so if you can't insure the places, I mean, there's some crazy stuff that is going to happen. I'm not sure when, though. I'm in the same boat in New Orleans. Just my wind insurance went from $3,700 to $4,000. Yeah, you told me that. I spent $50 on a new roof and hurricane windows for discount, and now $5,100. Yeah, but that will pay for itself. But can you imagine? You're buying bulletproof windows and a really good roof.
Fucking nuts.
$50,000 to save. I mean, that's a lot of money. I mean, obviously $9,000, about $9,000 a year, that pays for itself. It's absolutely worth it. Plus,
earlier you said you want to find a place that's like a mid in between,
just like
between
moderate,
like
just
So the place for you, Austin, Texas.
Actually, that is
the most liberal fucking spot in a conservative state right now, bro. Because all the fucking people from Cali all fucking basically left fucking like
they don't wanna
LA
deal
and
with
all them shit, and they went to they all started up their shit in Austin, and now it's just become like a fucking blooming fucking epicenter.
Well, no,
over
I
there.
I don't need an echo chamber. I just want people
Well,
who
not
are
an, I said epicenter. I said it's
no,
like growing.
no. I'm saying I
Yeah,
don't
Joe
want,
Rogan's
like,
over there.
I don't want like to be in just a liberal place. I want people who are
No, you're in a
both
liberal. I'm saying
and
you're a liberal
conservative.
area of a conservative state. Like you
Now
go.
I want it to be a mix. Like I want it to people to like we
That's what it
completely
is.
agree, but we're left and right. But you're talking about a city that truly is liberal. Everyone's liberal, pretty much. It's a huge percentage surrounded by
I feel like they have liberal tendencies, but at their core, they're more conservative than they like to admit.
That's what like a Missouri moderate liberal would be. Absolutely.
Like me, I hate guns, for instance, right? But like, I'm not out there being like, "Oh, ban all guns" because I don't like them, type of shit. Like, I just feel like the same way you drive a car, you know what I'm saying? You should have to take a test and have to have a license to do, you know, any sort of like dangerous shit. And to me, a gun's dangerous. So that's why I love about like, you know, again, when I watch Joe Rogan, he talks about it too. Like all the people that just moved to Austin and they have like their own little thing there. But again, like as soon as like you go out into the main city life, you have to remember that you're still in fucking Texas. So people are still going to be carrying open carry. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still Texas. So
yeah, it sounds like Missouri actually.
To
like
me, it sounds like if that's the case, I want to move to Missouri because it just sounds like my type of place to live, man. Like
no, you would like Missouri. It's obviously the cities, the Kansas City and St. Louis are kind of like these islands, but still, it's very conservative.
Hey, where I don't want to live. I don't want to live in Kentucky. I don't want to live in Indiana.
Kentucky's actually not that bad. I've been there before, but I get why you want.
No. If you smoke weed, you will not want to live in Kentucky. Especially if you have any.
I just mean as far as it's not a bad place. It's actually pretty nice. But yes, I get
but they're like super fucking hardcore against like weed laws and shit. Like,
but they like hemp. They're totally okay. Mitch McConnell was totally okay allowing the hemp and the the D8 and D9 derivatives. By the way, did you see this from Big A? My parents' house, a few doors down, is 10,000 square feet, went from 8,400 to 33,000. By the way, I had a friend who had a 12,000 square foot house. First of all, why do you need that much space? Do you have a basketball court in there? Like they were on 2.2 acres. I mean, it's a beautiful house, but like I thought to myself, like, man, they ended up moving because it was too big. And 10,000 is less than 12. But man, that's a big effing house. That's all, obviously you got to have somebody help you clean it and stuff. But like I went to that house and except for a few rooms, the whole house was just like a house. It was just like, but it had, 10 rooms and 15 bathrooms or whatever the hell it was. But yeah, could you imagine your insurance going from 8,400 to 33,000? Nuts. I don't care how much money you have. That's outrageous. That's truly outrageous. And did they upgrade their windows and stuff? I bet you that would have been a lot to do that.
I just don't need that much space. I need like a room with a bed. I need a kitchen and a bathroom. Like that's
what you need is a house with a basement. Like in Missouri, you don't get this in Florida. You get a 2,500 square foot house. That's a ranch. You get 2,500 square foot basement. We want about 5,000 square feet total. Maybe 27, 28 up top, and then whatever's below. We'd be happy with. Now, that's still a lot of space, considering the average person in the 1950s lived in like, I think a 950 square foot house, 3 bedrooms, 1 or 2 baths. So you don't really need much. We just need it for storage for Halloween and Christmas stuff. Because holy cow, if you can see what the Cobra has, it's a lot. It's a lot.
There should be nobody to go when Cobra doesn't want to look at you.
Right, exactly. Right. There should be nobody in jail for weed. It should be legal in every state. If it's not, stop complaining about money for yourself. I completely agree. A lot of states they added it, like Missouri. The Congress, the Missouri Congress did not want it, and the people said, "Fuck you, we're getting it." We're conservative, but the people will also say we're not going to take all the bullshit line conservative values. We want to smoke pot. That's what they said. They got discount for new roof, change half the windows for hurricane and storm shutters on the other, and got it down to 15. Wow. Hey, at least they got it down, man. That's a shock for sure. All right,
another $130 hit. Let's keep going.
That is absolutely crazy. All
Only
right.
spending 40 cents at a time.
Yeah. Oh, you got. Damn. I can't even. One of these days. Are you? Oh, you can't stream that stuff, can you?
I stream this shit every day. What are you talking about?
On YouTube, you can't stream it on YouTube.
No. I was yeah, we were up to like 1100 on stream the other night.
Man.
Of course,
That's
this shit
pretty
took it
cool.
all back, but
Hey, if you keep on going, let's
dude,
see.
so I'll tell you one more quick story, and we'll get the fuck out of here. But I'm spinning on stream the other night. I was so tired, right?
Right.
So I end the stream, and I'm like, I had, I don't know, $50 left, some shit like that. I'm spinning it. I go to auto spin. I rip the pen. I fall asleep.
Oh no! And you
Bro,
woke up and you were a millionaire.
No, I woke up. I had $2 left.
Oh no!
And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm nothing to spin when I wake up, right? So I go to take a piss before I go crawl in the bed. And I was like, screw this shit. I'm just going to put auto spin the last $2 on my Larry game and whatever, right? Bro, I come back from taking a piss. I'm in the bonus round on Larry, which is not hard to get into. But he doesn't really usually pay that much. Bro, I'm in the bonus round. I'm already up to like $180. I sit down. He winds up banging out like 480. And fucking, so I wound up going to bed with like nearly $500 in the fucking account.
Wow.
And now we rolled it down to 50 a few times, fucking back up to like, right now we're at 300.
Well, one of these days, you got to get me set up on one of the, maybe we can do one where they give you a lot of free money to get started. And we have a competition who can do the most, get the most in a certain period of time and see what happens. That would be fun.
I don't spin a lot. I spin like 25 cents.
I don't.
I go to like 50 cents, but
yeah, I'm all about the small things. Let me read these last things and then, or it's just choo-choo. In most towns in Kentucky, the courthouse is the biggest. Wow. I've been there. I was on a farm. It was a lot of fun, but there's farms everywhere.
I just couldn't believe how scared people were of weed over there, though, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's ridiculous considering that they're the hemp capital of the world. They should understand the importance of, and I know hemp is it's not with THC, but come on, it's the same fucking thing. It's pop.
Like weed was legal here forever, like my entire life, basically, until a few years ago. But as long as you weren't smoking weed in front of a fucking precinct or driving around with a blunt hanging out the window,
it was an infraction.
Yeah,
it wasn't like nothing big, right?
Bro, when people saw me ripping the pen in Kentucky, when people saw me like break out weed, they like freaked the fuck out, and they were like, "Yo, dude, like you better get rid of that shit. Like you better not drive home." Bro, I had 4 fucking oil pens on me driving through fucking Kentucky. Why I bought 4 fucking pens to bring on one trip for 2 days, I have no idea.
Oh,
I would have just brought one pen, but I wanted different flavors. You know what I'm saying? I was like, but I didn't realize like every fucking pen was like a 10-year count, and they were like, "Yo, they do not fuck around with concentrates here, dude." They were like,
I'm
everybody.
Sure
like everybody, even at the bar when I went out, like tried to sneak around the corner, people were like, "Yo, you're fucking crazy!" Like just the way their eyes lit up, I could tell they don't play there. So
yeah, they don't. Right. Well, it's a good thing you found out that you got to be careful with all that stuff. Whether you're driving around with a pen or a gun. I mean,
and I did a stream
all over the place.
I did a stream on the west side of downtown Kentucky because I got there late and everybody was leaving the bar. Right. I was like, "Oh, let me test out my hotspot because I had to use it for the Derby show."
You know what? I remember you telling me about.
You remember that, bro?
Yeah.
Bro, I set up like in this huge parking lot at a church, and I didn't realize I was in like the highest fucking like gang activity area in like Kentucky, and people were like, "Yo, you need to pack your shit and get the fuck out of there." They were like, they'll fucking pop a shot at you from the outside of the parking lot. Again, I'm from New York, man. Like we have Manhattan, but like unless you go looking for trouble, you don't really find trouble like that. But apparently over there, they don't play either. So I learned a lot on that little trip.
Come to St. Louis after midnight.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Same thing. People tell me the same shit. Like
it's dangerous AF.
I take my little cross country trip. Like, I was just going at a parking ride, just fucking locking my doors and like taking a nap, dude. That's how I was sleeping. And people are like, "Yo, you're insane."
That's funny. That's funny.
It was a good time, though.
It's a good time. I'm gonna read this last thing and head out. Let's see. Kryptoni scam caller just called. I answered and said, "California Police Fraud Department Officer John speaking. Can I help you?" He needs to say, "I didn't get a response." That's funny. That's awesome. All right. So just everyone, if you want to watch the comic, it looks like O'Milly Tease is going to do it. I'll retweet it out when he tags me. I'm going to skip the comic because I thought I was doing it earlier. I got to get ready for tomorrow. We're going to have Fromy on as a live correspondent and then through the weekend. So So I got to get ready for that. Mo, it was great talking to you. Glad you could come on because I really had nothing else to say since I was thrown off guard here. But yeah,
that's what I
maybe
figured. I was just stone spinning anyway. So
yeah, I definitely want to do a casino night somehow, somewhere, because I've
casino
been
night would be
wanting to
dope.
try that.
Because Vodka
Yeah.
would do it.
Oh yeah, let's do it for
My
sure.
boy Ed would be down. Dude, could you believe that I
bet you
stream
the
video
Cobra would do it
games?
too.
Yeah, I stream video games. The horse racing, we still get our, 50, 60 people like normal, but
Right.
I do video games for some reason. I get like no viewers, and I understand because it's boring as shit, right? But then I do slots and casino. I've recruited like 5 new people to PFL through the casino streams, like people that never saw it before. And they're like, oh, hey, play this slot. And I'm like, no. But by the way, you like horse racing? And I just show people, and they're like, this shit's crazy.
You're like, no
so
way.
I've learned that the slot fucking streams have become like a gold mine for me to promote horse racing. And yeah, I stream this shit, bro. Like I said, over on Twitch and Kick, man, all the time. So
you let me know. Let's get a group together, and I
just have a night. We can fucking do it, you know?
Yeah, the Cobra. I'll get her on a computer, and she'd be Avatar or whatever. Let's see. I'm in Hazard and Viper, Kentucky all the time. All right, I am out of here. Well, I'm probably going to just get out of here right away. But let's stay in touch, and
yeah, we'll get up 30. Well, like 1:30. Yeah. So
yeah. All right. Yeah, it's 1:30.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some food. Probably do a little stream. I gotta watch Cobra Kai tonight. Finish it up.
Ooh, I gotta do that too. I gotta finish that up too. All right, cool, man. I appreciate you coming on. We'll talk soon. Good. Everyone in chat, good seeing you. Check out O'Malley Tees for the comic, and I'll see you tomorrow for the Wolverine with live coverage of SDCC. Peace, everyone. Good seeing you.
Peace.
Bye. Oh, there we go. Now I got it. Now.